Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Key of Threes. Here with the guys today. Mo, welcome back. Trent, Gabe, welcome back because you weren't here last stream. And then Jay. Um, we got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about today. As you see from the thumbnail, we're actually going to start with the better backcourt between whoa, I don't know why that just went black. The Team America and Team Canada for the national team coming up later this month in a couple weeks. For Team America, we got Tyrese Halliburton and Anthony Edwards. Team Canada, we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jamal Murray. Now, I know a lot of people have been saying Team Canada is actually better than Team America. I don't know too much about all that. However, I think these backcourt mates, they're very comparable. And I think we're going to have a good debate here. We're going to go on for about 15 minutes. And we're just going to kind of discuss which backcourt we think would be better. You can base this off fit. You can base this off talent, whatever you want to base it off of. But I'm going to put 15 minutes on the clock. Before I do that, though, let me pick a number 1 to 4 to see who we are starting with. And the lucky person is Jay. Give your take first, and everyone else can bounce off of that. We're going to go for 15 minutes. Jay, start us off.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trading in my American nationalism for the Canadian squad, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Shai and Jamal Murray, that's a hell of a dynamic duo. Shai just averaged 30 on that OKC team, and Jamal Murray just won a ring alongside Nikola Jokic. So you already know he can operate very well alongside another star. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, respectfully, Tyrese Halliburton, you haven't shown me nothing yet up until this point that you are that guy. Anthony Edwards, hey, you are consistently a first round exit, my boy. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with Jamal Murray and Shai, bro.
Hey, that's a W fucking take by Jay. Listen, this Team Canada backcourt, I just know you put these guys on the court together, they're gonna play together, bro. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander cannot be guarded, right? This dude just can't be guarded. He's not even a great shooter, and you think, oh, so he's not a great shooter. I'm a guard inside. He just gets there anyways. He gets past you and he just gets there anyways. He gets to the line more than almost anybody in basketball, despite being a young player. Imagine if he had a veteran whistle, bro. Like, this dude is going to be getting to the line like 20 times a game. It's insane. But then, like, the way that Jamal Murray can fit with anybody, he's out there fitting with Nikola Jokic, bro. Like, he's a point guard, and he can play the point guard position well and be a primary ball handler type guy, score at complete will, but he can also play off the ball. I think Shai is the more ball-dominant one here, but Jamal Murray would just fit so well alongside that I think not only for their skills they'll be better, but for their fit they'll be better.
So both of you are traders, turning your United States nationality. You're now Canadians because
Absolutely.
the Team America backcourt is better. And I'm going to tell you why. If I want a point guard, give me Tyrese Halliburton out of any of the options. And if I want a two guard, give me Anthony Edwards out of any of the options. You put the best point guard there, you put the best two guard there. They are individually the best within, the group. They're the best within their positions, so put them on the same team. And why would they not be the better team? I don't get it.
No, you know that's a damn lie, bro.
What are you talking about? What's
Tyrese Halliburton is not better than shit. Oh,
That's not the timer.
Man, I was about to say that's the quickest debate of all time.
That's Jay's alarm. But continue.
Yeah, that's this man's alarm that he set late. But whatever, old ass man, he got dementia. He be forgetting shit, so it's okay. But
that's crazy. You should leave the crib. Stop it, bro.
That's crazy. But anyway, Tyrese Halliburton and Anthony Edwards, give me both of them. Call me Team America. Call me Mr. America. Anthony Edwards is going to be future Captain America because we know Kevin Durant ain't got too many more, students up for Team USA. So it's going to be him that's going to be Captain America.
Bro muted himself.
Yeah,
he knew he was wrong. That's why he muted himself. I'm an honorary Canadian.
Hey, listen,
Devin's not here. We gotta stick up.
Hey, I would say this, man. Nigga, it was like a few weeks ago.
Go ahead.
Who's going?
Look, it was a few weeks ago, and I seen Team USA's roster, and I said, bro, this is one of the weakest fucking rosters I've seen in a long ass time, bro. Like, bro, the fact that we got Josh Hart out here, like, no shots to him, but it's just like, bro, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
Austin Reeves is on the team, and you point out Josh Hart.
Hey, man, Austin Reeves is better. Fuck you talking about?
To be fair, it's the rosters are usually weaker for the FIBA World Cup rather than the Olympics, and even still with the Olympics, a lot of our premier talent opted out, so it's definitely gonna look a little worse than it is like for the Olympics. But I noticed that as well.
But yeah, bro, respectfully, Shea. The reason why I love Shea is because he plays in his own pace. You can't get him out of his own game. Now we've seen some. I don't even want to go too deep into that. But anyways, it's like Luka in a sense where he gonna play slow, but you can't stop it. And that's what Shea's doing. He's improving every single season. We've seen a great year from him. And like Gabe said, Jamal Murray is a champion. This dude could play. He's playing with the best player in Nikola Jokic, but let's not act like he was not one of the best players out there, even with Jokic on the court. Like, it's very debatable. That dude's a bucket. Having those two players on the court alone is probably going to give you 70 points in your backcourt. Like, it's going to get real spicy. And them niggas want the smoke with USA, man. They don't fuck with USA. They going to give them niggas the work, and I can't wait to see it. Honestly, I'm honestly interested in watching, like, all this Olympic stuff, because I never really got too deep into it, because like usually Team USA just always fucking wins and shit, but now like our team's dog shit, so I think it's going to be more funner just because we got players in the NBA, but they're playing for their places where they're born and shit, so I think it'll be very, very fun, and I can't wait to see Shea do his thing.
I think Jamal Murray is going to dog these dudes, bro. Just like thinking about late in a game, Jamal Murray, the guy that I just saw in this playoff run this year, coming down against a guy like fucking Tyrese Halliburton, who's not playing no type of defense. Bro, give me Jamal Murray scoring 2 or 3 every single possession. Not to mention, dude, Shea's the best player here. Like, out of these 4 guys, Shea is the best player here. Because, listen, you can say Anthony Edwards is very prone to an explosion, but at the end of the day, Anthony Edwards is hella volatile, bro. Like, he'll have a game where he explodes, but he'll have another game where he plays really poorly and really just is not the same guy. And while it's getting better and he's getting more consistent over time, I think he has a little bit more to go to get to the consistency level that a Shea has, or like, especially in the biggest games that Jamal Murray has. Especially, like, we know Jamal Murray's regular season numbers aren't all that, but you can't tell me that night in, night out, Jamal Murray was not a very consistent performer for that Denver Nuggets team.
Absolutely,
yeah, real quick, Gabe.
Anthony Edwards ever showed.
Where is this consistency that you say for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Because from what I can tell, he's only had one season where he's been an all NBA type talent, and it was last season. So that's not really consistency. That's, I had a breakout season and I had a fantastic season, but that's not consistency.
Did we forget about the 2021 season?
No, we didn't. I thought he was severely overrated that season as well. I think that ever since Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has popped up as a young star and now transitioned into that superstar level, he's been severely overrated for his position. And not only that, he's been severely overrated despite despite the production. In spite of his production, besides last year, because his production obviously ticked up significantly. That's just a thing I've had.
That boy Shea improved every single season since he got into the NBA since 2018, 2019. Everything has improved.
So has Anthony Edwards.
Everything. Field goal percentage, which is he went from 47 to 47.
That shot ain't improved. That shot ain't improved though, but
he still shot 35% for 3 last year, which is pretty solid, right? Let's not act like he didn't. But yeah, like I agree. I think Shea's the best one out this whole list, man. Anthony Edwards, I like what I'm gonna see from him in the next few years. I think he's gonna continue to improve and shit like that. But if I'm gonna go with winning an NBA championship, bro, I already seen enough from Anthony Edwards in the sense of his what's that word saying? Bro.
Not making it past the play-in.
No, not passing the first round. It's past basketball. It's past basketball. It's where there was a season where he was acting like a fucking kid, and his attitude and behavior was awful, bro.
You're saying his maturity.
Yeah, his maturity in the sense that I just forgot what season. Maybe it was the 2 seasons before. And don't get me wrong, I think it definitely improved. But Shay's just more like the dude's like Shay to me. I have yet to see any immaturity of this dude. He just goes out there, plays with his team, strictly hoops, drops your dumb ass off, and gets straight to it, man. And let's not act like this OKC team, even though we're not talking OKC, this team's going to be in the playoffs real soon. And I can't wait to see Shai get that boy and some buckets.
And don't get me wrong, y'all. Like, when you talk about Anthony Edwards versus Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, it's not here and here, bro. Like, it's very much so here and here. And whichever guy you take, Mo, if you think Anthony Edwards is better, that's cool. But this isn't a one-on-one player debate. This is which backcourt is better. And listen, I know the stats might not show it, but I'm taking Jamal Murray over Tyrese Halliburton. Call it recency bias, but for years on end now, in the biggest games, and you're thinking in international play, when every game matters so much, there's not nights that you can be asked. When you are talking about a guy and Jamal Murray that just did what he did, that did what he did in 2020, that does what he does consistently when it's asked of him. I can't take Tyrese Halliburton over him in this situation, especially to be the second guy. If we're saying Ant is definitely the number one guy, that number two guy, there's not much better out there than Jamal Murray.
Bro,
that second option in basketball.
Let's just be honest.
Okay, so I got a question. I got a question after you go, Trent.
All right, let's just be honest. Jamal Murray, without and injuries happen. This is the NBA, but injuries is what really holds him back. And this is the first season where he was fully healthy, and we've seen what he done. We've seen what he has accomplished. Dude's already an NBA champion over a lot of point guards that have been grinding their ass off. He gave, and it's not like his performance was awful. It's probably one of the best performances that I've seen in a while from this dude, bro. So we got to kind of stop disrespecting this. I want to say disrespecting him, but we got to give this dude his props, man. Outside of these injuries, he comes out there every single year and competes and hopes. And I just haven't seen, to be fair, Tyrese just hasn't been in the league long enough. I think he's one of those top guys in the next few years, of course, but Jamal Murray is still that guy. And just stop. We got to give that boy credit.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
So, wait, hold on, Jay. So real quick. Now, obviously, we coming off the heels of the NBA championship. That's important. That's important when we having these conversations. But how long do we attribute the NBA championship and the run that they had towards Jamal Murray as a player? Because if he comes out and he has a similar regular season to where he does last season, which his regular season wasn't spectacular, I didn't expect it to be. He was coming off injury. But if he has another one of those regular seasons where we're like, okay, there's another gear here that he hasn't tapped into, which has been it's been the story with Jamal Murray's career. What do we start saying about him then? Because cool, the playoff riser, but one of the most important things is getting to the playoffs. And if you have two different versions of yourself during the regular season and the postseason, that's great. But I need you to be consistent the entire time, not just showing up when it matters. Because sometimes it's not you're gonna show up too late. You know what I'm saying? So when do we stop attributing the finals performance to him overall as a player? Is my question.
I feel like when it comes to Jamal Murray, yeah, he had a bumpy start to the regular season because he was coming back from that knee injury. But pretty much the second half of the year, bro, he was hooping. He was looking more like the Jamal Murray pre-knee injury. And I wouldn't say, I mean, I know you pointed out the fact that he's kind of like two different players, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I want the best version of you to come in the playoffs. And he doesn't necessarily have to be a top 5 point guard in the league to be effective on that Denver Nuggets team, because he has Nikola Jokic making the handling a lot of the playmaking duties, and a lot of the scoring duties is on him. Jamal Murray's job is to simply complement Nikola Jokic, and they have other pieces like MPJ, Aaron Gordon, and guys like that. And I don't think that Jamal Murray necessarily needs to be one of the top point guards at his position during the regular season.
Right. I think that
so basically
I think they're almost better. the whole is bigger than the sum of its parts, almost in that sense. Like where Jay said, like he doesn't have to be a top 5 point guard to be so effective as far as pushing them toward winning the game. And I think it's similar when he's playing alongside Shea and on this team Canada.
So basically, what I've boiled this down to is he can rest on his laurels because Nikola Jokic is on his team. All right. Thank you so very much.
Hey, I will say this, bro. I think in a sense, regular season, like if you're stepping up when it matters, who gives a fuck about the regular season? Like
Jimmy Butler.
Like and I'm a Heat fan, so I know what Jimmy does. Jimmy does not try at fucking all, and he comes into the postseason, beats the number 1 seed, beats the number 2 seed, beats the 4 seed, goes to the NBA Finals, loses, unfortunately. But it's like, bro, as long as you get to that bitch, who gives a fuck, bro? Because there's always this conversation where it's like, oh, he's a regular season warrior, but then as soon as he gets into the postseason, he sucks. So it's like, which one? I'd rather just be the regular season bum and then prove your dumb ass wrong in the biggest moments and win me an NBA championship. And that's what Jamal Murray did this season. And I'm pretty sure, it's not like Jamal Murray has bad regular seasons. I may not be up to par to the NBA playoffs, but who cares? They're the number 1 seed. They got the best player in the world. So there's some times where like in the regular season where you just cool off, you chill off a little bit. There's 82 games. They're not, bro, unless you're Russell Westbrook, a lot of these players are not going 110% every single night. Nah, real shit though. A lot of these NBA players don't go 110%, bro. They don't really be trying too much. These niggas wake up on a Saturday afternoon, game 12 of the season, or like game 64. They're like, it's just another game. Like a lot of these players don't be giving a fuck until it really, really matters. And we'll see who shows up. And Jamal Murray showed up.
So more weight than a 1 seed, that's for sure.
My I guess 2 cents on this. I do understand what you're saying too, Mo, and to a degree, I think it's fair what you're saying, because I guess like just even if you think back to some former players, because I feel like that's the best examples you can use, like when it's like we're talking about who's going to be remembered the most, who's going to be valued higher. And like you got someone like George Gervin, the Iceman. Everyone knows the Iceman, right? But you also have someone like downtown Fred Brown, one of like the most clutch players in the 70s. He has a championship, but obviously he's not as good as George Gervin. No one would say that, right? So I think to a degree, like what you're getting at with that point, I think that is fair. I think the biggest thing in this debate is, it's tough, but I think the thing is like Jamal and Shea to me are just the better players than Halliburton and Edwards, but it's Halliburton's playmaking and his facilitating. Is that enough to separate or move the needle? And to me, like it's close, but I would say no. And I would still take Team Canada. But if someone was to make that argument, like, I mean, I couldn't really deny it. And I think that's kind of like what you were getting at, Mo. Like they might fit together a little bit better. Team Canada, though, it's a pretty lethal team. So I guess that's
crazy. I just had to fight a 4-on-1, bro. Y'all so fake for that.
Hey, you kind of fought it was kind of a 3.5 against 1.5 because I kind of was on both sides a little bit.
Bro, you didn't even fight, bro. You didn't even come in till the timer was out.
Well, I was letting you guys go, and then I came in after. But
all I'm saying is I'd rather have my star player perform in the playoffs in the fucking regular season where shit just doesn't really matter too much. And I will say this with this new fucking in-season tournament, bro. I promise you, half of these players are not fucking trying in that shit either, bro. No one gives a fuck about that stupid shit.
I feel like as long as you're not taking advantage of the regular season like a Kawhi Leonard, then you could coast as much as you want,
bro. Thank God he just threw Kawhi under the bus, bro. Jay, we're getting along so well this episode.
We'll see how much you guys get along on this next topic, though. As we're gonna move on, we're gonna do something similar to what we did last stream, where we took Markelle Fultz and we took a handful of players and said, would you rather have Markelle Fultz or this guy or that guy, right? So we got 5 players lined up here. I'm gonna put like about 10 minutes on the clock, and like some of these that we agree with, we can breeze through it, kind of just give your pick, make it quick. If you got something specific to say, then of course say it. But I got 5 players here lined up, and you guys just can all jump in whenever you want. So I guess we're gonna start off though with Miles Turner and the first person he's going against, who would you rather have, Miles Turner or DeAndre Ayton?
Nigga, give me fucking DeAndre Ayton over that bum ass. Let me not say bum ass nigga, but over Miles Turner. Yo, listen, I'm tired of the fucking hate on DeAndre Ayton. And yes, I understand it. He deserves it. He deserves it because he's on the fucking court playing it like a little bitch. But we also got to remember, bro, the head coach Monty Williams and him did not like each other. And I know personally, I'm a basketball player. If I don't like my coach, and why the fuck am I going to try for you if we're having back and forths? And it's like, I understand it's the NBA. You got to be professional, this and that. But, bro, at the end of the day, these players are still young. They're still like us. They have the same feelings, same emotions, shit like that. And if a coach, no matter what, or some players are disrespecting them, why the fuck do I want to try? Why do I care? And there's a reason why they fucking kept his ass this year. And I can't wait for him to dominate with Frank Vogel this fucking season. DeAndre Ayton's easily a 20-10 every single night. When the nigga tries, half the time he's not trying. Simple.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap into my inner Steph, bro. I hate a player with a low motor. So I don't know if I can say when he's trying, dog, because like I don't know if he's gonna be trying. Maybe
I'll be willing to shoot him some bail on that.
Maybe he'll be different under Frank Vogel. But listen, here's the thing: is that's a really big risk for $33 million a year when I can have Miles Turner, who averaged more points per game, is a better floor spacer, is a better rim protector, and overall just more versatile while having higher production than DeAndre Ayton for $13 million less a year. Not to mention, if I want to trade him, this dude's always in trade talks. Now, I'll be better than Indiana. If he's on my team and it comes that time, I'll get him up out of there. It's a lot harder to trade DeAndre Ayton when you're trading away $30 million for a player who is not like a real max level player.
Well, so respectfully, Gabe and Trent, DeAndre Ayton, he's a very good player. I'm just gonna point out the run that he made with the Phoenix Suns when it went to the NBA Finals. I mean, he was absolutely, I would say he might have been the second best player on that team. The way he was dominating other bigs, the way he was dominating other bigs in that playoff run was phenomenal. I mean, him defending Giannis in that Milwaukee Bucks series, he tried his best, but it just wasn't enough. And when it comes to a winning team in the year 2023, give me Miles Turner. Like Gabe said, he's making $15 million less a year. You know what I'm saying? And Miles Turner is a better floor spacer, a better shot blocker, rim protector, and I feel like he's a prototypical big that I would rather have on my team because I know that Miles Turner that I'm gonna get every single night. DeAndre Ayton, I would know, like, if you lose a Call of Duty game in the morning, I don't know if you're gonna show up at night, bro. I don't know, man.
Jay, hold on.
That's a crazy take. That's kind of facts.
Jay, when has Miles Turner ever contributed to winning basketball more than DeAndre Ayton has? When? Because
when is Miles Turner out there?
That point gets brought up. That point gets brought up significantly, and I'm gonna start tripping back at people because if you think about it, don't too many players contribute to winning basketball if they're on losing teams. So that's gonna start being a moot point, and I'm gonna really start like getting at people for that because I don't like how it's brought up as a gotcha when it doesn't make sense. How's Miles Turner a winning player when Indiana's been poverty every single season?
Also, let me say this real quick. Hold on, let me say this real quick. One, Miles Turner every single season's injury prone. This year he played 62 games. Miles Turner every single year is injured, and that's the main reason why there's every time he's in the trade rumors, can't get traded because his foot's injured or this or that. Let's not forget. I know y'all niggas don't want to forget. Who did the fucking Pacers want? Who did they offer a contract offer to? DeAndre Ayton. You know why? Because they wanted him over Miles Turner. But guess what? The Phoenix Suns said, we can't let this nigga go, bro. They matched that offer. The Pacers wanted Ayton. They were going to do that swap. Luckily, the Suns were like, you know what? We know what Ayton could do. And let's be honest, Miles Turner, this was his best season, but overall, DeAndre Ayton is the better scorer. You could talk about rim protection, this and that space in the floor, but also Miles Turner is probably the second make second, third best guy on the team. DeAndre Ayton's with fucking three or two other superstars every single time. Doesn't really get the opportunity to get much shot attempts up. But when that dude is his motor is up and the dude's energy, he's doing his thing, bro. He's easily a 20 and 10 dude, and I have yet to see that from Miles Turner his whole career. Easily.
You know what I've yet to see from DeAndre Ayton? I mean, you know what I have yet to see from Miles Turner? Him bitching about his coach. Him and his coach having a scuffle because he's not getting the amount of touch. Or he's not getting the amount of.
He's the number one pick, nigga. Give him
He's
the
not the
fucking
type
ball.
of caliber DeAndre Ayton is, so he's not going to complain about lack of touches, and he's not going to complain about a coach not being favorable to him because what he doesn't require.
If he
so
don't
much on
produce,
the court
if he's
for him to-
not producing like the top 3 players on the team, bro, I'm not giving him the ball more than the top 3 players on the team.
Hey Mo, and that's my trap card right there. That's my trap card. DeAndre Ayton wants to play basketball his way. He doesn't want to contribute to winning a winning cohesive team type of basketball, bro. Miles Turner, he's that guy. He's willing to step into any role that you put him in to benefit his team.
So ask the Pacers organization why they wanted to swap them 2 bigs for.
Hey, they did, and he was in trade rumors this year as well. But when
they don't even want him, bro.
Wait. When the Pacers showed that they could be a winning team when everybody is healthy, they said, "Oh, hold up, I like what we got cooking with Miles Turner. Let's hold back. Let's take a step back."
You gotta realize that's after the fact. That was after the fact.
Okay, that's true, but regardless, they didn't end up trading him. They even signed him to a contract extension.
You know why? Because they realize this is the thing, right? And we can move on. But I want to say this: you got to realize when you look at the market and you look at there's not a better big on the market because free agency market or just the trade market wasn't really looking well. It's like, all right, well, we're just gonna keep Miles Turner at this point. But they looked at him as a second option. Think about you being a girl and you're a nigga and you have 2 options. Nigga, one girl right here, one girl right here. They wanted plan A. This was the female, but they said, fuck it. Plan A didn't work out. Now we just go to plan B. Fuck it. And then she just started to show a little bit. This is his best season. Don't get me wrong. Average 18 points a game. But Miles Turner never. This dude is a 13, 14, 12-point scorer for his year, for his career. The nigga is 7. Wait, I want to know how tall this nigga is real quick. He is 6'11", 7 feet. He had never averaged 10 fucking rebounds in his career. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's tough. It depends what you value, but I mean that is a fair point about how the Pacers did give an offer sheet to DeAndre Ayton. We'll move on though. I don't know if you guys will even pick the other guy over Miles Turner here, but just asking, is anyone taking Nikola Vucevic over Miles Turner?
Fuck
hell no.
Miles Turner, sorry.
You know,
I can argue it, but I'm not going to.
Trent,
I could. Hey, Vooch, for what he is like a guaranteed double every night. That's about as much as I'm going to argue for Vooch, though.
Hey, I will say this. Vooch,
good trade piece.
Hey, I would say this about Vooch, and no shade to the Bulls, but like ever since he joined the Bulls,
proceeds to shade us.
No, real shit though. But like, yeah, he fell off, of course. But like, man, Vooch was really a 20 and 10. He was probably outside of the rim protection. He's probably a way better player than Miles Turner easily back in the Magic days and shit like that because he could space out the floor. He can crash for offensive rebounds. Wasn't the greatest defender. That's
when he was on the Magic, he was like low-key one of my favorite players because it was automatic.
Same.
20 and 10 every night, 20 and 10,
Yeah.
20 and 10, 20 and 10. And that's why I was a little bit hopeful when he came to the Bulls.
And I will say this, Miles Turner never in his career averaged 24.5 points with 12 rebounds. But Miles Turner now is better, but it also could be the fit, and fit matters, and we've seen that before. But
so we'll compare him then to someone who maybe doesn't quite have the offensive game of Nikola Vucevic. Are we taking Miles Turner or are we taking Jared Allen?
Oh no, we're taking Miles Turner, baby.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Jared Allen. I'm not gonna lie, see, this is how I'm basing it. Jared Allen's offensive game to me is so dog shit where I just discredit everything the fuck the nigga does, bro. Like, he does nothing on the offensive end. Like, it pisses me off so much because he could be another center in this league where he can give you 15 and 10. But, like, he has no skill set, bro. No fucking skill set outside of getting offensive rebounds and being a lob threat. I need some offensive fucking Post down a motherfucker. Hit him, like, do something.
He
Yeah,
tall as shit and lanky as fuck, so it does not translate well to having like any sort of post moves, any sort of. He don't even got a mid range, no hook shot, none of that.
Nothing.
See, if this was 6 months ago, I probably would have said Jared Allen, because while he doesn't have the offensive upside, he just plays his roles to such a high level, and literally became an all-star doing it. But but after the way he got dogged in the playoffs, like, I'm not high on what DeAndre Ayton's been in the postseason since the finals run, but I did see that finals run. What I've seen from Jared Allen in the playoffs was getting outplayed by Isaiah Hartenstein. I can't take him over DeAndre Ayton after that.
yeah.
Not
If you
getting
asked me
outplayed by
before,
Isaiah Hartenstein, bro.
if you asked me before the Knicks series, I'd probably say Jared Allen. But after that series, and we know who Jared Allen really is, hey, Miles Turner, come over.
And respectfully, I don't want my fault, Mo. You good?
No, you good. I was gonna say if we was to replace, just hypothetically, if we was to replace Jared Allen with Miles Turner, I feel like the Cavs are in a better situation, not only with their defense but offensively as well, because Miles Turner can like actually do something offensively besides catch lives. Obviously, they're gonna lack a little bit more with the rebounding, but shit, it wasn't like Jared Allen was rebounding too much in the playoffs anyway, so they probably around the same area with that as well.
Hey,
we're talking about like mentalities and shit, bro.
And I would say
Jared
this.
Allen literally said the lights are too bright.
You took my fucking words.
Yeah, and just like you even said, Mo, like having Mobley and Allen, who both offensively, it seems limited to an extent. It's like just having Miles Turner there would create way better opportunities for the Cavs. But this next guy on the list I have.
Wait, hold on, real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
The Cavs got two gazelles in their front court, and it's funny trying to see them work offensively because they just can't. They are just too big and too lanky, bro.
You can tell by the way that Jared Allen dresses, this man does not have a bag.
Nah, don't do that.
That's crazy, bro.
You going crazy in Walmart, bro. Let's be coming together.
Let's keep it pushing here. We'll move on to someone else though who does have probably a better offensive game, I would say, than Jared Allen, and pretty good defender, which is a runner-up for the award this year, Brook Lopez or Miles Turner.
Respectfully, I'm taking Brook Lopez. Let's not forget, back in the day, Brook Lopez and the Nets, bro. He was so filthy. That nigga was, and then he goes to a championship team, plays a huge factor. But not only that, he's probably they have so many good defenders over there, but probably one of their top two defenders. And I think Drew Holiday is a little bit overrated in my sense, but top two defender on that team.
By the way,
yeah, and then the nigga can shoot that shit from 50 feet. That nigga can swat your shit and but the nigga does everything. That's what you want in a fucking big hooping. That's what you want, personally. If you're gonna get a B version of Nikola Jokic, who does everything on the court, I want a Brook Lopez. Yeah, he may not be the greatest passer, this and that, but he does everything else on the court to help your team win. And he's a team player. Like,
I don't think Brook Lopez is probably like the best like mindset you want to have as an NBA player, because he came in, he wasn't doing the shit that he's doing now. Like, he couldn't shoot. He wasn't. I wouldn't say he was like a cone defensively, but he was not like the super defensive player like of the year candidate that he was right now. That motherfucker Brook Lopez came in and he was a bucket, and he was like almost a fringe franchise player for some years, and then the way he just completely changed his role around to fit the team, and it ended up netting him a championship and netting him specifically more success and more recognition as an individual player, a part of that team. Is very commendable, and I'm gonna say that Brook Lopez, even at his older age, even after the injuries that he suffered, because don't forget, I believe it was it the playoffs where they played the Celtics. He missed some time during that season, I believe, and I don't think he came back till later in the season. So yeah, give me Brook Lopez, man. Shout out to Brook Lopez.
Yeah, this shit is not a question, bro. It's not even a question. It's literally, he like does all the shit Miles Turner does, but better than Miles Turner. Like,
Probably
He has that like Miles Turner, good rim protector, gets a lot of blocks, but you're talking about defensive side of the ball. We got one of the best defenders in the league. You're talking about a guy that spaces the floor. This dude's nickname is Splash Mountain. He can shoot with Miles Turner. Not to mention, he don't pull it out all the time, but like when it comes to in the post, like,
that was kind of crazy.
Oh my god, bro.
That was.
Hey, bro, his bag is way deeper in the post.
I want to say good point to Mo, because the fact that he changed his whole persona of his play, where he was one of the best guys
his whole shit up,
on the Brooklyn Nets. He was the number one option at a point in time. He joined the Milwaukee Bucks team, played the system, played his role, and won an NBA championship. Just that alone tells me that is so incredible, because we all know how hard that is for a lot of players in this league to change their role. And we're seeing it from a lot of stars at the moment.
He was drafted in 2008. He literally did not start shooting 3-pointers until 2000. What is that?
It's like 16, 17.
Yeah, bro. He didn't start shooting threes until 2016. Like,
it's ridiculous.
Jay, who do you got? Brooke Lopez or
I'm taking Brooke Lopez for sure. Like you guys said, he's a higher level of Miles Turner, bro. And like you guys said, in Brooklyn, he was a post-scoring demon and completely changed his ways when he joined the Milwaukee Bucks to benefit and fit better around Chris Middleton and Giannis. So I got to go with Brooke Lopez.
Nigga, I'm taking Ben Simmons over fucking Miles Turner.
Okay. Mo, what were you gonna say? And then we'll move on.
Isn't Brooke Lopez like still the leading scorer for the Brooklyn Nets, if I'm not mistaken?
Yep.
Like, bro, how many players you know are a leading scorer for one franchise, then go completely flip their career around and win a championship for another franchise? He had two separate he had two separate careers basically, and both of them, in my opinion, is pretty damn good.
So is he Hall of Famer?
He started as Robin, then he became Brooke.
Let me ask y'all a question: is Brooke Lopez a Hall of Famer?
Fuck no.
Yes.
No,
yes.
He's Hall of Famer.
Oh, we're gonna have to have that. We're gonna have to have that conversation then for another day, because that's for I don't know.
We can table that.
Yeah, we'll table that one. The last one I got on here might seem obvious, but I just, and we don't have to spend too much time on this, but I threw in a sneaky one just to see what you guys would say. Miles Turner or Alperen Şengün?
Miles Turner. Şengün, get your unathletic ass out of here, buddy. You're not.
Bro, are you not the
You
same
don't mess with
one?
Şengün?
No, Jay is the same guy that said if you have Nikola Jokic, Domantas Sabonis, or Alfred Şengün on your team,
and or Bam Adebayo.
About his playmaking. I ain't saying nothing about his playmaking. That defense and the athleticism not there. I'm taking Miles Turner 10 times out of 10.
Hey, I will say this: if Şengün was a better defender, I'm taking him over fucking Miles Turner.
That's fair. What I will say though too is I think his defense is really underrated, because I would argue, at least for the Rockets, like last year, I know they were a horrible defensive team, but he was probably their best defender last season, and I don't think that's crazy to say if you were watching the games last year. So
nah, bro, he has to do something for me on not the worst team in basketball. I've never even.
I'm just making that point though. Yeah.
Hey,
I've never seen this kind of structured system, dog.
Hey, can I throw a name in there? Garrett.
What name?
Jonas Valanciunas.
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner, come on now.
Miles Turner.
The defense.
If Jonas was like, if it was like younger, maybe.
The bias is creeping in.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think y'all familiar with this nigga's game, bro.
Hey, bro.
I'm familiar. I'm just
Valanciunas is fucking around and get a triple double,
bro.
He's still not gonna play no defense,
bro.
Yeah. That's the difference, really. I think it's just the defense, because they both. Yeah, Valanciunas has his moments where he can get real hot from outside, but Miles Turner can too. I literally went to the freaking Pacers Clippers game last season. This dude Miles Turner hit like 6 or 7 threes. You know what I mean? So like,
how are we saying it's easy though? Like, bro, like I don't really see Miles Turner as that dude. And I'm not saying Jonas is that dude either, but
when you're a center, I feel like defense is just that much more important.
I mean, true, but
and if you're only scoring the paint,
let's be honest, bro. Defense is fucking. No one gives a fuck about defense no more, bro. Just go fucking out there and hoop. Just go hoop. Nah, real shit.
all
Bro.
right,
No one cares
I'm
about
not
that.
jacking
that's kind of
that.
crazy.
Nah, it's not
I'm
crazy,
not
bro.
jacking
The
that.
Especially
NBA
coming from a
nowadays.
Miami Heat fan, yo, Trent, you gotta know defense matters, bro.
Oh no! Listen, I'll tell you this: my team plays defense because we got the best coach in the NBA. Now, a lot of these teams in the NBA, they don't give a fuck about that shit. They just say go out there and get 100 points. Like real shit.
That's why they
though.
get bounced. That's why they get bounced in fucking 5.
That's
Boston
true.
Celtics.
That is.
Yeah, that's
Celtics went 7, bro. That's crazy.
Bro, let's be honest, bro. The generation nowadays in the NBA, like defense is just.
it's also harder with the rules today. I think a little bit, like to a degree, it's harder. Like I'm not disagreeing with your point on that, but it's also maybe a little bit different because like the transition take foul and like the clear path foul and the defensive 3-second violation. You know what I mean?
The
So
closeout rules,
Nah,
too.
bro.
I hate that. The
They
closeout rules.
saw
I mean-
what you motherfuckers said about Rudy Gobert, and they said, I don't want to play defense no more. They said, I don't want to look like that.
You know what I need? You know what I need from the NBA? I need them to make it just slightly easier to play defense on the perimeter, just to balance out the scoring boom that we get. Because if they make it just slightly easier, change up some of the rules. I don't know what they change up, but it's evident that they have little minor stuff that they can tweak to make it a little bit easier on the defender. Because obviously we know that the game has been significantly opened up for the offensive player. It's an offensive player's dream now. You tighten that up a little bit, and then I think you'll have a much more balanced mix.
But Mo, let me say something real quick though, right? So a lot of the rules that they brought in, I can agree with one of the rules is don't put your foot under a 3-point shooter. I think that's a really good one, right? But
Bro, it gets cold. The way it gets cold is bullshit.
no, but okay, but look, that's what comes to ref. But like that's a good rule though, right? Because any basketball player knows you're getting hurt off that shit. And so I agree with the rule. Now, how they fucking call it may not be the best, but I mean, we can't do nothing about that. Like that's just how the NBA is. But I think that's a good rule. But yeah, like you said, I think it's harder. Like there was a point in time when niggas is putting their fucking hand behind their back. They're just like, well, fucking let's play defense with one hand now.
I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, it's never gonna be quite, I guess, the same from every era, but I think that's just something we need to take into account personally. But
I think we should get rid of blocking fouls, bro. That shit's annoying to watch.
All right, what are we talking about?
I don't know. Let's move on here though. Let's get to the next topic.
Yeah, I remember when people was complaining about the charge.
That was a stupid. That was a little stupid, like month and a half or whatever, bro.
That shit was so dumb.
Bro, watching Kyle Lowry draw charges, dog, I could do it all day. Watching Ersan Ilyasova draw charges.
That's my guy right there. But
man,
yeah, let's move on here. Let's get to the next topic, which is the greatest teams to not win an NBA championship. Now, if you would like to pick your team as a team from a core that's won a ring together and maybe like a specific season that team did not achieve a championship, you can do that. Or you can just go with a core like that just never won a championship. Some of the greatest players assembled and they just could never get one together. So I did randomly roll a random number generator. I'm going to put like 20 minutes on the clock. And the number gave me number 1. So we're going to start with Mo and then everyone else can kind of bounce off of that. And just give me, who is the greatest team to not win an NBA championship, starting with Mo?
So, in my opinion, there's one very easy answer, and I'm going to go with it. It is the what year was it? 2018? Yeah, 2018 Rockets. Wow, you talk about a team that was literally at the door, and then the door shut in their face. Granted, they did miss 27 threes in a row. And that game in general was like iffy as fuck with the calls. But bro, I really thought that at least one iteration of that Harden CP3 Rockets team was going to go to the finals. And shit, they might have if we didn't see Kevin Durant, join the Warriors. But I was very, very shocked that that unification with those two players at the peaks of their careers. Unfortunately, they kept getting injured, and then when they didn't get injured, they were choke artists. And then when they weren't choke artists, they just kept getting injured and shit like that. So that's definitely a team that I would have wanted to see play in a finals, just because that team was some of the most. I didn't particularly like James Harden at the time, his play style, and I still really don't. But it was, I can't lie, it was some pretty entertaining basketball, seeing, all the ISOs and stuff like that, and seeing him go on these scoring tears. So definitely one of the most unfortunate teams that I think did not get to win a championship. So
now I have two different teams, and they're the same team, but they have different players on their team. First thing first, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden should have easily won a ring, man. This was the biggest disappointment for me, man, just alone. Just because of the fact that we got 3 Hall of Famers looking down. We have a champion. We have several MVPs. Like, their accolades alone is just incredible, right? And it's just – and I understand James Harden is not the James Harden where he was, a few seasons ago, right? Like, he was a little younger and he's still maturing, coming off the bench, being the sixth man, this and that. I just wish – that team stuck a little bit together, and I can't stand during the time Scott Brooks is the head coach. I didn't really think he was the greatest head coach.
He wasn't.
Me and Jay know about that. But I think, right, if Russ wins a championship off that team alone, I think there'll be literally not as much disrespect this dude he gets now, bro. Like, I truthfully believe that. Because that was just homegrown, man. You know what I'm saying? And then another team, maybe not the greatest roster alone, but I just wish it would have won because I was so invested into this team, man. Was just that OKC team when it was Russ and PG. Fuck Melo, niggas dog shit. But I just love that team of that Russ and PG back in the day, man. They were really good. Regular season wise, because we all know Paul George can't shoot no more when he comes to the postseason against Utah. But those are the two teams that I'm like, damn, bro, like if this could have changed a lot of things, man. And then going to 2012 where they played the Heat in the finals, so just those OKC teams back in the day and recent, I just wish they could have won those and capitalized.
So I'm glad you guys didn't go with the best team necessarily because that's what I was going to do, but you guys switched it up. So I'm not going to go with the best team either. I'm going to go with the team that I feel like should have won a championship. And Trent, I think you missed out on one of them OKC teams, bro. That 2016 OKC squad, they were primed to get a ring, dog. The fact that they choked a 3-1 lead to that Golden State Warriors team. I mean, if we were to beat them, that would have been legendary. And me personally, I think
we?
Yeah, that was
you said if we were to beat them?
I was on the squad. What you mean? I was on the squad.
Oh, okay.
He was an assistant coach, his old ass.
You made me lose my train of thought. It would have been legendary. Throughout that whole season, me personally, I thought that 2016 OKC team was the most talented squad in the league, bro. I mean, they were deep. We had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook. I believe Deion Waiters was on that team, and he was hooping back then as well. I believe Sabonis was on that squad. We had Enes Kanter, Steven Adams. That was Baby Sabonis though. Baby Sabonis wasn't.
Hey, and that's true. But I will say this: Enes Kanter was actually a pretty decent big in that.
Really good.
You know why?
Yeah.
Yo, Jay, hold up. You know why? You know who made him look good? Hold up, dab me up, nigga. You know who made that nigga look good? He makes everybody look good.
My nigga Russ.
Talking about nigga Russ made Thomas Bryant
didn't make LeBron look good.
Steven Adams good, bro. Every big this nigga Russ plays with, he makes them look good.
That's a fact.
Listen. Hey, y'all are talking about 2016 OKC. I had 2 teams written down. I don't want to talk about neither of them right now. Can we talk about the team they beat in the second round? Can we talk about the 2016 Spurs, bro? Can we talk about it?
Bro, that was so impressive, bro. The fact that they got past the Spurs, I was like, hey, we getting a chip this year.
Can we talk? No, but like when we talk about the best teams to never win a ring, they went 40-1 at home. They had defensive player of the year, like fully fledging, becoming a star, Kawhi Leonard. They had LaMarcus Aldridge, fresh from Portland, right off the plane, hooping. They had the big 3 still all playing together, and while they weren't their prime, they were still real good. Danny Green was still hooping back then. They had the greatest coach of all time. Good backup play with Patty Mills, Boris Diaw, David West. Good, complementary pieces around them. 67 wins. Dog, That was a fucking squad.
Gabe, you can't.
Hey,
forget
offensive
That
one
was
player.
a real team.
Gabe,
Real
you can't
team,
forget one
bro.
player, and he was a one. Jonathan Simmons. He was a moment thing, but he was getting buckets. Y'all remember Jonathan Simmons back?
Jonathan
I
fucking
do.
Simmons,
I do.
dog.
I do. Bro, I feel like
Didn't he
gets
get a contract with the
passed
Magic
up
in
too
that
much.
like dog shit
Yeah.
offseason?
He did, and then just
Yeah.
disappeared. But that Spurs what kind of made him relevant, and that's where he was standing out. And that was that year they played OKC. But yeah,
But yeah,
That shit is
they
like
were crazy.
insane.
28
Um,
best season of all time, bro.
Let me hop in here, I guess, real quick and give my team because none of you guys have said it right now. I'm going with the team that was literally robbed out of winning a championship, and it's a shame that both of our Laker fans on the pod are not here today because they need to know that they should not have this championship. The 2002 Sacramento
Already know
Kings,
who
in
you're
my
talking about.
opinion,
Yup.
are the greatest team to not win a championship. Because think about it, this team had 7 guys in that era, probably the lowest paced era that we've ever seen in NBA history, averaging double digits a game. Mike Bibby, Doug Christie, Hito Turkoglu, Peja Stojakovic, Chris Webber, Vlade Divac, Bobby Jackson. Bro, nobody was touching that team other than the Zebras. And that's just the reality of it. It's like, bro, and at the end, on top of it all, they had a very underrated coach in Rick Adelman. They had a young Gerald Wallace just hanging on the bench, right? So they had more than enough depth on that team, and probably for that time, like for the whole 2000s decade, might be the deepest team that we've ever seen. You know what I mean? In terms of elite contending level talent. And all those guys stepped up big when they needed to. Like Peja had an injury, Hito Turkoglu stepped up. Or like Bibby wasn't playing well, Doug Christie stepped up. Chris Webber was, that guy. Vlade Divac had big games. So to me, bro, that's the best team that's never won a championship. And in my opinion, bro, you say we could talk, like I've talked about like the bubble for the Lakers, but at least for that championship, bro, that was the Sacramento Kings. It has their name written all over it. It's just crossed out with like Sharpie.
With Sharpie.
Hey,
When
they
it
would have
rains,
had
it
to win a
pours,
whole
man.
final series, but
Oh,
they
the
could've beat
Nets.
Brooklyn.
Come
Hey,
on,
bro.
The
I'm not
Nets,
gonna lie,
bro.
but they would have handled that Nets team, like, bro. Let's be
Probably,
so for real.
probably in like 5.
shout out
Listen,
to Kid, Keith Van Horn, and Kenyon Martin, but they are not
So-
standing a chance.
They would have got.
Go ahead.
let me ask y'all this. Because these are all like teams who got pretty close, but they never got it done. I wrote another team down who this core got it done, but there's a team that when put together, this team had won a title before in this era, but when this squad got put together,
I know what you're gonna say.
motherfuckers thought this shit was over.
Who we talking about? Who we talking
I know
about?
he's talking about.
The day DeMarcus Cousins signed to the Golden State
Oh
Warriors,
yeah, bro.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
dude,
Cook, Gabe Cook.
I thought shit was over.
Bro,
Dude,
when we
I
got that
don't know how they lost,
notification,
bro.
when we got that notification, I dead ass like was contemplating just not watching basketball for that season.
I
was like, bro, what is this?
I'm gonna keep a spade a spade. DeMarcus Cousins was like not prime Boogie. Like, let's not act like they have prime Boogie on the roster.
Well,
But
let
they
me
had
He
the
didn't
whole
need- he didn't need
handful
to be prime
before you
Boogie, though.
finish that, he did get the injury, but up until that point, all we had seen out of DeMarcus Cousins was a 27-12 guy. So like, even though an Achilles injury is like severe, like bro, the last we saw of DeMarcus Cousins, he was probably the best center in basketball. So that's why I made it so crazy, even if he was a shell of himself.
no.
Even then, look at that roster, bro.
No,
They
no,
went
no.
to the finals injured as fuck.
Now look at this. This is all we've seen from DeMarcus Cousins. Nigga moving illegal fucking screens every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds is a legal fucking screen.
He was
His
playing with
fat
dog
ass
shit guards, bro.
stance-
He was playing with dog shit guards, but he had to do what he had to do.
Yo, and then his fat ass feet can't move because he's too damn slow on the pick and roll defense. Yo, DeMarcus Cousins was a fucking disaster on that Golden State team. Setting illegal screens, can't play fucking pick and roll defense.
That's what they teach in Golden State, bro. You seen
Hey, they
Draymond
love them.
Green?
They love them moving screens, bro. They love that
Love
shit.
Yeah,
it.
but you know
Yeah.
what something? But you know something? Draymond gets away with it. DeMarcus Cousins,
Hmm.
he wasn't getting away with it.
His
at
big
all.
ass definitely
Yeah.
getting away with it.
That must be the zebras that
Like,
Kevon Looney too.
Like, bro,
Nah, don't disrespect Big Loon, bro. Western Conference Final.
I do not like Looney.
You should have put Looney in that Miles Turner.
Who doesn't like Looney?
I would have took
Me,
Looney
I
over
don't.
Turner.
I don't mess with him.
I would have took Looney over Miles Turner. I don't give a fuck.
Yo,
Damn,
I probably would have
That's a
too.
terrible
NBA
thing.
What you talking
Just
about?
stop.
Looney's that dude.
Looney is nice, but listen. They had the whole Hamptons 5, bro. KD did not play in the Western Conference Finals, and they swept that bitch. They had a good chance to beat Toronto in the finals without KD.
Yeah. If they weren't beating him without KD though.
He was the best player on the team.
Even if Clay was healthy, is what I'm saying. But bro, I think we also got to talk about. I'm a rep for us Bulls fans, Mo. The 2012 Chicago Bulls would have won the championship if Derrick Rose was healthy, and that's just the facts. We had everything put together. Bro, he was not messing with the Chicago Bulls that year. It was just the reality of it. And bro, here's the thing. The Miami Heat struggled at that point. They had so much pressure after losing to Dallas in 2011, and they found themselves down 2-1 to Indiana, facing elimination twice against the Celtics, down in the finals against the Thunder. Bro, they were laying some crazy eggs a little bit throughout that playoff run, and they didn't even play the greatest team that they could have played, which was the Chicago Bulls, who were the best team for the regular season the 2 years prior to that. Name something that they were missing on that team. I'll wait. I waited. They didn't say anything. They had nothing.
Hold on.
That's the only thing they were missing on the team was a trainer. That's it. That's it.
I will say this.
Proper medical staff.
What was the year? What was the year? Derrick Rose hit that buzzer beater and
2015.
That was 2015.
2015.
Bro, then the next year LeBron hits that buzzer beater. I'm gonna be honest with you. I truthfully think the Bulls win that series. If that
Facts.
Bro, yes, bro. Yes.
Hey, bro, listen.
Not only hold on. Not only is if he didn't hit that buzzer beater, but not didn't. David Black called a timeout when they didn't have a timeout, and we didn't get the technical free throw from that. I'm pretty sure they got the timeout. Motherfucker drew up the inbounds play, and this motherfucker LeBron is just doing LeBron shit and hits a buzzer beater in Jimmy Butler's face. Bro,
they reviewed that call for so long, and they basically gave him a free timeout, even though they didn't have a timeout. They would have lost. Bro, Pau Gasol would have came back. We would have been in the finals. That's a guarantee, because those fraudulent, like those fraudulenta Hawks, bro, they're done. They're not winning the game. Jeff Teague is getting cooked. Okay,
you and Jeff Teague, bro.
I got one thing about your Bulls, bro. There was one thing they were missing too, and that's a better fucking coach. Because why was D Rose still in the game? Also,
here's what I will say.
Let's talk about a shot. Let's talk about a shot that sends a franchise into a rebuild. Listen, Trent, I know this might hurt. Damian Lillard did it with Russ and the Thunder. That shot sent a franchise into a rebuild. Listen. LeBron sent them motherfuckers into a rebuild. They ain't been.
No, he did not, bro. Just stop.
That
he did not send them into a
rebuild.
Well,
they haven't been the same.
What move other than Tom Thibodeau getting fired? What did they do that summer other than Tom Thibodeau getting fired that was so drastically different from the year before?
It doesn't matter, bro.
And they were at ends. Garpax was at ends with Tom Thibodeau.
That shit took them out, bro.
They hated Tom Thibodeau because he wanted to draft Draymond Green over Marquise Teague. What a bad idea that would have been.
Hey, I will say this. I get Gabe's point. I do get Gabe's point. The Chicago Bulls wanted to stay relevant, but they're just so dog shit and they don't have a good front office to make their team fucking good enough. So that's why they're still in this mid-potter fucking poach, whatever the fuck the word is, poverty. But if you want to say like what Gabe's saying, I mean, it's somewhat true, but like they still try to stay competitive. It just hasn't really worked out too well. Like they went out there and said, fuck it, we're gonna sign Lonzo, we're gonna get Caruso, we're gonna get DeMar DeRozan and Boots and stuff like that. That was kind of their biggest thing, and they just fell flat.
That's why Garrett hates
whatever,
bro, because LeBron.
That's not even close to why. Bro, and even then, like, we still had 2 other games after that, so it wasn't that shot at all. But the other thing is, too, we have a couple more minutes here, like about 4 more minutes. Is there any other team? I know I put it a lot in the doc. Is there any other team that we need to give credit to? That off the top of your guys' head, or
I was gonna say some of the failed super teams, like both Lakers super teams, the one where they tried to assemble Karl Malone and Gary Payton. alongside. It was alongside Kobe and Shaq, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then the
So
Dwight
it was that
Nash
one,
Kobe
and then
one.
that one as well.
That
Both
was
of
a
those
big
teams
failure.
were, yeah. Well, no, the wasn't the Karl Malone team. How far did the Karl Malone team make it in the finals?
They got to the
playoffs?
finals.
Yeah, they got to the
finals and lost in
finals.
5 to the
I know,
Pistons.
I know, I wasn't misremembering that. And then the Dwight and Steve Nash team, they never really got off the ground. It was unfortunate. I thought that team could have been something.
Yeah,
I thought that team could have been something. But
I will say this: it's a recent team, the Brooklyn Nets. They're the fucking biggest field super team in a fucking long ass time. Like Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Kevin Durant, bro. That was a fucking failure, bro. Like, okay, the first season was like, we'll give it some time. No, it's just the first season. Then the second season.
Remember, James Harden wasn't there the first season. It was just Kyrie and injured Kevin Durant.
That's when they played Boston, right? And they got swept. Mm-hmm. They got swept that year, right?
Yeah.
No, that was after. That was after.
No, he's talking about 2020 against the Raptors in the bubble. I think that's what he's talking about at first, right?
Okay.
But that Brooklyn Nets team was a huge failure because when we seen that team get together, I'm like, okay, we're gonna see something, and they just didn't really perform too well. And also, maybe I don't even like the coaching could play a factor. Why the fuck was Steve Nash hired as a fucking head coach, bro?
No fucking clue.
Can I just say one thing about Steve Nash? People give him a lot of hate, but I don't think he's a bad coach. That was a bad system. Okay, that was not a good environment for him. You could put him in probably a lot of other places. I think he might have a good role as like a Monty Williams-esque coach. And what I mean by that is, bro, if he was on a team with a lot of young guys that were like feisty or hungry or whatever, I think he would thrive and he'd be looked at as one of the best coaches in the league. But throwing his first job into maybe one of the most talented trios ever, that wasn't good for him. But I think, like, and the other thing I just will add is I know you were kind of listing some of those Laker teams, Mo, and while I do think talent-wise, like just all around on paper, that is true, I think that maybe that's more so like a biggest, like the most failed super teams thing. And maybe the Nets are as well. I think the only difference with the Nets is we got to remember they were you could argue they were one shoe size away.
Hey, I will say this about the Brooklyn Nets. They're just their organization, I feel bad. Nigga, they had to field another super team with the fucking KG, Paul Pierce, Jason Terry, that big ass trade where they thought they were going to get something out of it. Then they had another super team where they said, okay, now we're going to get James Harden. Then they said, fuck it, we're going to get Ben Simmons. Like, bro, all these fucking moves to not even reach one Eastern Conference Finals appearance. One. It's so fucking pathetic. Boston Celtics scammed the hell out them niggas.
Finesse lords.
Hey, I do have one old head take. I got to throw it out there. The 1997 Rockets, bro, when the Rockets added Charles fucking Barkley and put him next to Hakeem, and they still had Clyde Drexler, I feel like that's a pretty big fold, and nobody ever talks about it.
You know something? Maybe I should get more into like old school basketball type shit. I just wasn't too big fan of it, but I feel like there were some dynamic teams back in the day type shit, and there were some failures. You know,
it definitely was. And what I've noticed is they've been popping up in my sub box. The NBA frequently has like throwback watch days where they just play entire like games of the series. I had watched, I think I watched the Spurs versus the Knicks. I watched the closeout game of that series. That was a great game. Brought me some more insight on how they used to play. A lot of long twos, which I fucking hate long twos, but you know, you get a good sense of how they was playing back in the day. So
I love long
watch some of those.
I love
long twos. I fucking hate long
this
twos,
man
bro.
loves DeRozan, so I know I get it. Why.
I'm a long two fucking stand. Carmelo, bro.
Yeah.
No, watching Carmelo, bro, was a headache, bro.
Bro, you know,
just bro.
Hey, bro, when I'm on a basketball court, trust, bro, jab steps and long twos.
Bro,
hey, we'll see when we get that one.
You know that's the worst shot in the game. No one wants you taking a long two.
No, I know. I respectfully.
Yeah.
I know it's the worst shot in the game, but when somebody just gets so crafty with the footwork and the deep post, bro.
Yeah.
Marco Fultz is a better mid-range shooter than DeMar DeRozan.
Hey, put down the Hennessy, brother.
Anyways,
it not
I mean,
fact?
shout out to all the teams that we mentioned here. Let us know what you guys think is the greatest team to never win a championship, and you could even say teams like the 2016 Warriors or the 2011 Heat. I know we didn't get to them, but also like, yeah, they did win one with their core, but maybe like just for an individual season, if that's what you think is the greatest team to never win a championship. But for now, let's move on, and we'll move on to a very interesting topic that I am ready for. I'm calling it the pop-off party. So for you guys watching, everyone will get 2 players. You'll get one at a time. We'll just go down the line. Could be past or present, and you guys will have 30 seconds to pop off about how you feel about that player. It could be extreme hating or extreme fanboy mode for you. It's entirely up to you. And even if it's a player you really don't know much about, you can share what you would say if you were on the spotlight for that. But do we have any? I mean, we're all going to go twice. Do we want to like rearrange the order, maybe like for the RNG sake, or we want to keep it the way we have it?
We can go ahead and rearrange the order, but wait, are we being given players or are we choosing?
I'm randomly generating. It could be a current player or a former player. And I'll put 30 seconds on the clock. I'll also put you full screen like we kind of did with like Gabe's debate idea. So it's like a rant mode, but I'll rearrange it, and I'll put Jay. We'll just flip it around. We'll do the Jay first, then Gabe, then Trent, then Mo. Okay, so let me bring up the screen here for my main man Jay.
Yo, you know
what's
what
up?
we should? No, this is to Gabe. Yo, Gabe, Mo. I don't know if y'all be around Sunday, but we should do like a posting for SummerSlam, bro, on this channel. Just saying.
Hey,
Yeah, we can talk about that, I guess, in a bit.
Yeah, hit that after.
So I'm gonna generate one player here, and I'll tell you when I'll start the timer, Jay. But you'll have 30 seconds to talk about a said player. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
So your player, Marcus Camby. I feel like that's actually an interesting one.
Marcus Camby, respectfully. Oh my bad.
Wait, whoa, not yet. I gotta stop sharing right there. So, Jay, you are gonna have 30 seconds to talk about Marcus Camby, however you want. It could be all good, all bad. Your time starts now.
Marcus Camby, respectfully, I know you had a nice time with the Knicks, but I started watching basketball after your time with the team, and brother, I'm not too familiar with your game. I'm not gonna lie, Marcus Camby, I don't even know what position you play. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
I like the double zero. The double zero number is cool. Marcus Camby got a pretty basic name, and hey, I don't even know if I need all 30 seconds, Garrett.
Yeah. Well, that was the 30 seconds. My man, you don't know what position Marcus.
No, that's actually crazy.
That was kind of wild. Yeah,
that is freaking insane.
You can tell by the photo, bro. You can tell by that one photograph.
This motherfucker said he don't know what position Marcus Camby plays, bro. What are we on?
My God.
That's so crazy.
All right. Well, anyways,
play for your franchise.
Jay, you'll have another chance.
But somebody fucking relevant.
Oh, he wore 23. I'm bugging. What the
for the
Look
Knicks,
at that. Look at him. Look at his arms, bro. He's a center.
All right. Gabe, are you ready for your first one?
Probably fucking not.
I'm excited to see. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. Charles Barkley.
What?
Not too bad. So Gabe, your 30 seconds starts now.
Hey, listen. Charles Barkley is one of the prime examples of you're a legend, but bro, please shut the fuck up. You clearly do not know ball these days. He's one of those old head fucking players that comes on here and he's like, oh yeah, this guy's trash. Back in my day, we would have done it like this. Nobody gives a fuck, bro. Basketball has evolved. It's better. The 90s is not peak basketball. It's 2010s. We were just talking 5 minutes ago about how long twos are ass, bro. That's all they shot back then. These days, yeah, it's analytics, but they're so much more efficient. They would literally play you off the court.
That is time.
Yeah, you was took on
Jeez.
that one. I ain't gonna lie.
My man, bro, he has some animosity for Charles Barkley. Almost like you knew it was gonna happen. That's kind of crazy. All right, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So now we got Trent up here. Your player, the first one you're gonna do, Amari Stoudemire. Okay, not that bad. Not that bad.
Hey,
So Trent, your 30 seconds begins now.
hey, respectfully, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really got nothing bad to say about Stoudemire. I like what he did back in the day with New York Knicks. But the reason why I don't really have nothing bad to say about him, because I was in Vegas in the hotel and I turned my head and Amari Stoudemire is standing right next to me. The nigga's like fucking towering all over me with his big paws. Let me not say that. But I will say this. The most negative thing I will say, and I'm not gonna talk about his hoop shit. That nigga can't fucking dress. That nigga's style is horrific. Bro, I see what he wore out in Vegas, nigga. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this nigga wearing? But he cool. He a cool person.
That is time. Wow. I gave you 5 extra seconds after that AO moment, but
nah, he cool though.
Yeah.
He cool. If I never seen and met him and shit like that, maybe I would have. I don't know. I feel like he hasn't really done anything that, like, I don't know.
It's fair.
He's
That's
cool.
fair.
He's cool.
So Mo, your player for the first time around is
Yo,
snap.
make this a TikTok video, please. Make this a TikTok video.
Oh
Go.
my god, man! Look, this is hey,
bro.
you're seeing it's randomly generated, man. Mo, you have 30 seconds.
He needs 13
Yeah,
seconds.
you can go right now.
You gave me 30 seconds. I dead ass only need 13. I don't understand why this motherfucker Karl Malone is still getting acknowledged by the NBA. Scrub every single record he has from the history books. He's not the all-time leader scorer, and he never will be. Fuck you. You don't have a ring because my GOAT fucked you. You're getting fucked by my GOAT. You got fucked by my GOAT. You will never win a ring, and you never had one. So fuck you. You gross man. You nasty man.
What?
You disgusting man.
Wow.
Hey,
My go.
He got fucked.
You. Huh?
My
that
GOAT.
is-
He got fucked by my GOAT.
Hey yo. Anyways, that was a pretty good go around the first time, and again, we're gonna go through it
Yeah, that was
again.
perfect. I'm not gonna lie.
What are the odds bro? The odds that this is the draw we get is kind of crazy.
However,
you know what's crazy about
That's crazy.
you know what's crazy about Karl Malone? I was watching a UFC event and they still promote that nigga on UFC too. Like
That shit is
Yeah.
like OD, bro. It's like what he did just didn't happen.
Yeah, it's
I don't get it.
honestly weird, and I guess we'll
Every-
probably never know
every-
why.
every arena he goes to, they put him on a big screen. Karl Malone.
Yeah, he got booed the other day. I think it was in Utah, right, for something.
I don't pay attention to this lame ass.
But he
nigga.
got booed in Utah?
It was they posted some. I think like NBA Central or something posted that he got booed. I think it was in Utah. Or, I don't know what it was for, but yeah, that's it's still weird. We're never gonna know the answer as to why that is. But Jay, are you ready for your second player?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, Kobe.
Kobe, finally. Damn, now I could cook.
All
now
right,
I could cook.
so Jay, you have 30 seconds starting now.
Kobe Bean Bryant. First of all, I just want to say rest in peace, Kobe. Kobe Bryant, you have empowered and made a lot of people passionate, not only about the game of basketball, but about life. You mean so much to a lot of people when it comes to that Mamba mentality, that people take that idea and that type of way of life and implement it into what they want to do. Kobe Bryant, you are a fantastic basketball player. My brother, you got 5 rings. You were cooking with Shaq, got even more after him. And Kobe, you made me fall in love with the game of basketball.
That is time.
Never will be Jordan.
That's true, but that was touching, Jay. I appreciate
What type
it.
of hating ass shit is that? You said it after this man's heartfelt speech.
Hey, look, because because like respectfully about Kobe Bryant, bro, like we all know what happened, bro. I think everybody feels like, but like when we're just talking hoops about Kobe, like we're not just gonna always continue to bring that up, and then maybe it comes out harsh.
Whoever sees that shit, bro, I'm
Yeah.
cooked.
All right. So Gabe, are you ready for your second one?
I'm afraid so.
Here we go. Your player Oh, wait. I accidentally double-clicked it. It was Michael Beasley.
Was that Michael
bro.
Beasley?
It was Michael Beasley first, but I accidentally double-clicked it. So,
Give me Beasley, bro.
all right. So, Gabe, you got 30 seconds starting right now.
Hey, man, not every player can be great. Not every player can be great. But be easy, man. He was a fun player down in Miami. Dude is a bucket, and he was a bucket till the very end. When you talk about bag talk, Michael Beasley is bag talk, bro. Like, he's a player you can watch and you say, damn, I want to get on the court and do that. He can inspire you, and he might not be an all-time great, but he's a guy that you could really learn a lot from if you watch his game.
And that is time. This is also pretty touching. Not too bad. All right, Trent, your second player. Should I regenerate it, you think? Because Chris Webber was the next one, but
All right, Chris Webber.
all right, I'll regenerate it because I did mess up. J.R. Smith.
Way better.
The Henny
guy.
Hey,
The
the
Henny
heady
guy.
motherfucking guy, man. You know something? First thing first, your fucking IQ is the fucking lowest of the lowest. But I want to give this nigga a lot of credit, bro, because this nigga was a professional athlete, a professional NBA player, and he wanted to change his life around. He went to college, started playing fucking golf. I just got to give you props no matter what, because a lot of these celebrities, they have high egos and they have a lot of they think they're better than everybody else. But J.R. Smith, he wanted to continue to be a better person in his life and to help his family out in the long term, because NBA money, depending on how these niggas be spending their money, is not going to always be there. So the fact that he did all that type of shit has definitely been something you got to give him credit for, bro. Let's be honest.
Shout out J.R. Smith, man. Man went to NCAT and was getting straight A's.
A lot of these celebrities, man, they have a lot of fucking egos, bro. So when they in college, they think they're better than everybody.
All right. So Mo, your last player for 30 seconds. You are going to be talking about Lamar Odom. Yeah, you're getting some very interesting ones today. All right. Mo, your 30 seconds starts now.
My first order of business is to talk about Lamar Odom, who was on. No, I'm not going to do that, man. Hey, Lamar Odom, for what he was a very, very solid role player. Ironically, he became a household name in that era of when he was on the Lakers. Wasn't necessarily due to his play. It was just his proximity to the Lakers and them being contenders. But shout out to Lamar Odom, man. Definitely one of the players of all time, and one of my favorite role players because I like his name. I like saying his name.
That's time.
So.
Hey, bro, you forgot something huge, bro.
One of the players of all time.
Definitely one of the players of all time.
He was nice with the bitch.
He was indeed one of the players of all time.
He definitely was one of the players of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely one of them. All right. So now we're going to roll into the mini game. I feel like I know I had this scheduled for roughly a half hour, but I feel like knowing me, it's going to take longer. So how this is going to work is, let me pull up the rules. So essentially, it's called the NBA Sinker game. It's similar to Battleship in a way, but not totally the same. So I have 5 ships somewhere on the board, and let me share my screen and show you guys the board. It's in a casual little Google Doc here today. Nothing too crazy. However, this is the board, right? And so I have 5 ships somewhere throughout this board. If you find one piece of the ship, you will automatically get a point added to your score. If you complete the ship, you will get as many points added to your score as the amount of pieces in that ship. So let's say you get the first piece in the ship, you'll get 1 point. If you get the second piece, you'll get 1 point. The third piece, you get 1 point. But let's say it's a 4-piece ship, and if you get that 4th piece, you'll get 4 points. Now, if you find a piece of the ship, you won't have. There's no NBA trivia with any of that. So you're probably wondering, how is this NBA related? If you complete the ship, and let's say you get 4 points because you found the 4-piece or the 4th piece of the 4-piece ship. If you complete that, you have a chance to double your points, and you can get 8 points on that. Now you don't have to. You could take the 4 points if you want, but you can also double up and take like 8 points. I will say there is a ship in here that's 1 piece. There's one that's 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces, and 5 pieces, all throughout the board.
I had to double it.
Now, if you're thinking, well, there's still probably more pieces on there than the pieces in the ship. That is true. So, of the remaining pieces on the board, this is where the trivia will really come into play. 1/3 of the remaining pieces on the board will give you a straight up X. And the X will take your score all the way back down to 0. Whether you have 1 point or 100 points, you will go all the way back down to 0. And the other pieces on the board, they could give you +2 points, +3 points, +4, +5. So how do you avoid that? Well, on every question that isn't a piece of my ships, I'm going to ask you guys, would you like to play or would you like to, refuse the question? If you refuse the question, you got to take whatever is in that square. It could be an X that sends you back to 0, or it could give you 2 points, 3 points, 4 points. So there's a risk to be made. You can answer every trivia question if you want. However, if you get it wrong, you don't get any points. If you get it correct, every trivia question is worth 1 point here today. And harder ones and easier ones are rearranged randomly throughout the whole board. And you'll have 10 seconds to answer. And the other thing I will say, throughout the board, there are 5 action cards. If you pull an action card, then something's going to happen. And there's no trivia on the action card pieces either. The game will end when all my ship pieces are found, if that makes sense. So right now, you guys are all at 0 points to start off the game. I'm thinking of a number, though, 1 to 30, and whoever is the closest will go first. The farthest away will go last. What number am I thinking of, 1 to 30?
18.
5.
15.
6.
What did you say, Trent?
15.
Jay will go first. Gabe will go second. Trent will go third. Mo, you're going last. The number was 2.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I had to be a little tricky this time because no one's gonna think I'm gonna go way one side or another. So this is the order, and you guys are just going to continuously pick pieces off the board, whatever you want. Starting with Jay, what piece are we starting with?
Respectfully, I'm gonna have to go with let me go A1.
A1. Okay, so this is not a piece of my ship, but it could either be a +2, a +3, a +4, a +5, or an X. Okay, so before I tell you what is in the case or what in the piece, would you like to play on the trivia or would you like to refuse the question?
I'm playing. I'm definitely playing.
Okay. I will tell you, what was in the piece was an X, so that was a good decision. Now the question here, you have 10 seconds to answer, and you'll get a point if you get it right. Give me an NBA player that has won an NBA Finals MVP award.
Steph Curry.
That's an acceptable answer. So that is 1 point for Jay, and that is how the game works. All right. So now we got Gabe up. Gabe, which one are you taking?
Hey, man. Dynamite. Give me C4. Boom.
I like that. So C4 is not a piece of one of my ships, but you can refuse the question with a potential to either get more points than the trivia will give you, or to just get an X and get 0, or you could take the trivia and potentially get a point. Which one are you going to do?
So wait, only 1/3 of them are X's, so there's going to be points on the other 2/3.
That is true.
I'm playing the odds. I will refuse the question.
It's a good idea because that was 3 points for Gabe. He is in the lead.
Man.
Wait, who's Jay say? Steph Curry?
What?
3 to the...
All right, moving on to
Dude,
Trent.
you're so lame for that, bro.
Trent, pick somewhere on the board.
G5.
G5. So G5 is also not a piece of the ship, but you have a chance that you could either play or you could refuse the question. Which one are you going to do?
Oh, play.
All right. So if you had refused it, you would have got 2 points. So you can only get 1 point now. But the question is, name an NBA player that was a part of the Fab Five.
Name an NBA player. Nigga. What's the fuck? Probably you sound dumb as shit. What?
That was a part of the Fab Five. I'll give you like 6 seconds.
Okay. Fuck. Juwan?
Juwan Howard is an acceptable answer. So that is 1 point for
All he
Trent.
said was Juwan. I don't know about that, man. No, I'm just playing.
I mean, how many Juwans are there? Like, come on. All right. Mo, where are we going?
Give me E2.
You said E2.
Yep.
And that is a piece of the ship. So, I'm gonna put an H there because that is a piece of the ship. Mo, there's no trivia on this whatsoever. You just automatically get 1 point for finding a piece of the ship.
Let's go.
So easy money right there. Now we're going back to Jay.
I'll go. Let me go C7.
We're going C7. That is not a piece of the ship, but would you like to play or refuse?
No, I'm gonna refuse this one.
You got 2
Big
points.
X. What the hell, man?
Hey man, you guys are getting all these points, but eventually these X's might come to bite you in the butt.
You said
Gabe,
a third of them are X's.
a third of the remaining pieces are X's, which is roughly like 12 of them.
We've only ran into one. Okay.
All right,
A
so
guy like me, I've been around the gaming scene, right? And
Yep.
there's a fun little event every year called E3.
ooh,
Man, they ain't
I
held
like
the E3 in like 3 years, bro. That shit's dead.
I like where you're going with that. And that is also a piece of the ship. However, it is not the last piece in the ship, so Gabe just gets 1 point. Not tell you how many pieces are in each ship that you guys find either until it is completed. So Gabe has 4, Jay has 3, Trent 1, Mo 1. Trent, where are we going?
We're gonna go A5.
So we're going with A5, and that is it's not a piece of the ship, but would you like to play or refuse?
I'll refuse it.
That's tough. It was an X. So Trent is back down to 0. All right. So back to Mo. Which one?
Give me E4.
You said A4 or?
E4.
Oh, E4.
Edward
Okay.
4.
Okay. Also a piece of the ship. So, but it is not the last piece in the ship either.
God damn it.
So that's tough. Okay. Moving on to Jay. Pick another.
We're gonna go with F1.
F1. So this is not a piece of the ship, but you can either play or refuse.
I'm gonna play this one.
Okay. So this is one of the 5 action cards. So you're not actually playing for trivia. You don't get any points, unfortunately for you. However, you get to change the order around however you want.
Okay. Trying to think strategically. Not Gabe too close to me. Make him last.
Gabe is
Damn.
going last. And you want the rest of it the same, or you want Trent above Mo, or?
Yeah, with Trent above Mo.
Okay. I will say this includes still like your turn, so you'd already passed your turn. So we're moving on to Trent now for this next one. So Trent.
Fuck you, buddy.
Trent, where are we going?
You're not going nowhere, bro.
Oh, F2. My fault. F2. I thought I was talking.
Oh, okay. F2 is not a piece of the ship, but you can play for trivia. You can play for trivia, or you can refuse.
No, I'm refusing this shit. Damn.
You found another X.
That's the board game.
goodness, bro.
There's only 12 of them on there, and Trent's found 2 of the 3 already. Okay, so Mo, where are we going?
All right, man. Well, let's keep my streak going. Let's go with E5. This better be the last piece. I'm gonna be upset.
So E5 is indeed a piece. However, it is not the last piece.
What the fuck, bro?
So Mo has 3.
This is
Gabe has
bullshit,
4.
bro.
Jay has 3. Trent has 0. Gabe, where are we going?
This shit's a coin flip, bro.
It is a coin flip.
All right. Well, I'm doing a coin flip because it's not going to be my fault. It's going to be the computer's fault. All right. It's heads. I'm taking E1.
And that is the 5th and final piece.
Let's go!
Oh, man.
So-
That's so crazy.
Gabe, you have potentially 5 more points your way. Now, you could double this and potentially get 10 here and take a commanding lead, or you could just take your 5 points.
I'm taking the 5 points.
Man is playing scared.
Am I
But
allowed to
I'm
know
so
what the question
scared.
was, or will it come?
oh
up
yeah. I could read the question. So this was ship number 2. And the question for that was, this is probably the hardest one because it is 5 pieces, obviously. So what was Bill Cartwright's highest scoring average for a season? If it's within 1 point, I would count it.
All right. Well, yeah, it was a good thing that I said no.
The answer was 21.7. For anyone who's curious.
No, it's not gonna get that.
Okay, so Jay, back to you. Pick.
We gonna go with we can go B6.
You're gonna go B6. Also, let me remove ship number 2 because it is out of here.
Yo, not me realizing my camera been off this whole fucking time. The fuck?
I thought you knew that, bro.
No, I didn't. I didn't know that.
So Jay, you could either choose to play here for B6 or you could refuse.
I'm playing.
All right. Well, you missed out on a +4, so that's
Damn
tough.
it!
But
Damn.
all right, you can
I
still
didn't
get
know
a
that was
point. You can still get a point here. Your question, you have 10 seconds to answer. Aside from Reggie Miller, who has the most points in Indiana Pacers history?
Indiana Pacers do Paul George?
Time's up.
That is incorrect. It was Rick Smits.
Yeah, don't know.
Bro said, "Paul George."
Bro took all 10 seconds to just say one name.
Rick Smith is a beast on my team.
Shout out Rick Smith. man.
He indeed is. All right. So Trent, where are we going?
Man, I'm tired of fucking choosing, dude, because it keeps fucking giving me X's, dude. Let me just go B. Let me just go D. D. No one chose D. D7.
So we are going with D7 and wait a second. Oh yeah, my bad. D7 is a piece on a ship. Now maybe I should clarify this. Ships can indeed overlap. Oh wait, my bad. I put it in the wrong thing. Ships can indeed overlap, but Trent, you get 1 point because you found a part of the ship. So
Wait,
there you
what?
go.
So do we know if we get a double hit?
What do you mean?
You said they can overlap. So if I get a piece and I hit 2 ships, do I know that I hit 2 ships?
No, because actually, I probably should have just said. Okay, so there are no ships that actually overlap. I should have made that clear, but I guess they could
what the-
overlap.
Then
So-
why did we?
I don't know why I said that honestly. So Trent, you got a point.
This guy, man.
Whatever. All right, so Mo, you're up.
All right. Give me E7.
E7 is a piece of a ship. You're getting 1 point. It is not the last piece of the ship, however.
Why is it not the last piece, bro? Come on, what are we doing here, bro?
Hey man, it's on you. You guys keep going for the ships. You're not going for maybe the gambles. But Gabe, where are we going?
Mo, I'm so sorry if this is the last piece of the ship.
Bro, this motherfucker Jay screwed me, bro.
I'm going with F7.
F7 is indeed on the ship. However, it is not the last piece on the ship.
All right.
So
Okay. All right.
Jay is completely set up here. You guys set up Jay. Where are we going?
I'm gonna have to go. Let me go D4.
What?
Whoa.
Hey.
Jay.
Wait, why? Am I missing something?
Nope, you ain't missing. You ain't
Jay.
missing not a goddamn thing, bro.
You already locked it in as D4, but you indeed did miss something, and you'll figure out what it is in a sec. But in the meantime, do you want to play for the trivia, or do you want to pass or refuse?
See, now y'all making me nervous, bro. Now y'all making me nervous. I'll pass on this. If it's the X, I swear to God.
And it's the X. Jay,
Motherfucker!
you just sold so big.
Dude, Jay is never gonna be key holder, bro.
Never, bro. I swear.
Well, I would
That
say
was
so crazy,
way
bro.
up.
I guess we should make it clear for the people watching. This one is not for key holder because me and Jelson won the last stream. So this is just
Wait,
straight
it's
up
not for
maybe.
key holder?
What?
Bro, that's
No,
crazy.
It's because me and Jelson won the last stream with Trent's mini game, but Jelson's never done it. So his mini game will determine key holder.
Fuck
For
that.
next
Jelson, nah, bro.
crazy.
Me and Jelson are co-hosting the next stream I'm on.
Now,
Hey, man,
look,
you'll have to
and
whoever
Jelson
wins this will have
are
to discuss that with him. Gabe,
hey,
Gabe is not
look,
over yet.
look. I did that for a reason because I wanted to see everybody do a key holder, and I tried my best to get someone in that bitch to get different creativity, and I felt like Gabe and Garrett was always doing it, so I kind of wanted to see what
They keep
Jelson,
winning.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see what Jelson could do. That was
Yeah.
cool.
So Trent, you are on the board though. I feel like there's a pretty glaring answer, but we'll see if you take it. Where are we going?
Nigga, I must be dumb as fuck. I don't see no glaring answer.
This is crazy. Mo, I cannot believe this.
Mo might get it. I don't know.
E6?
The fact that I do
Wait, you said E6?
Nah, I said B5.
Okay. I don't know if you said that at first,
Mo,
but
I
I'll give it
can't
to you.
fucking believe this, dog.
I think when they see it, they will know. Okay, so Trent, you can either play or you could refuse.
I'll play.
All right, it's a good thing you did. This is an X. So this one should be pretty obvious. You have 10 seconds. Give me a player that was swept in the 2023 NBA playoffs.
23. Fuck. Who the fuck was swept? Oh,
This past playoffs.
Oh, Brooklyn.
I said a player, so like I'll let you go again for a player.
Nigga, Mikal Bridges.
Yes. Okay. Mikal Bridges is correct. So you have 2 points. You still did dodge an X there, but you probably could have got more points here, and I think Mo is going to get it now.
What's going on, Miami Heat Nation? I'm just curious.
This guy.
Mo, where are we
give me
going?
G7. Give me G7.
And that was the fourth part of the ship. And because you got the last piece, Mo gets 4 points. So that's tough. Now, Mo, this is a 4-piece ship. You have a chance here to risk it, maybe go double, or you could keep your 4.
You know I had to double it. Let's go.
Oh, we're doubling it. So let me keep it at 4 right now. I'll have 8 in parentheses here. If you get this right, you're at 12 points. If you get it wrong, you're sticking at 4. Let me check here. Okay, so this is ship number 4. This is probably the second hardest one. So your question is, and you have 10 seconds to answer, what team did Andris Biedrins end his career with?
Who?
Andris Biedrins, former Warriors center, but who did he end his career with? Could be the Warriors.
Andris Biedrins.
And you got about 5 seconds.
Jazz.
3.
I fucking know. Jazz.
He got it right. It is the Jazz.
Let's go!
Wow. Gabe is. That's crazy, bro.
I'm tired of
Wow.
these bogus ass pools, bro. This is the fucking last time I played a game. Trent said fucking Penny Hardaway on a
Yo,
fucking.
I'm not gonna lie. If this the one that I win and I'm not key holder, I'm. Hey,
You might have to talk. You might have to talk with Jelson about next stream. But right now, 2 of the ships are found. When the other 3 ships are found, everything else on the board does not matter. The game will end. So I'm gonna just put that out there. You guys are down there, Jay, Trent. You might want to start to get a little risky, but it is what it is. So we're gonna move on though. To wait, what were you saying?
This nigga Jay got 0 points.
Don't laugh like you just had 0. Don't laugh like it wasn't just you, bro.
Now I will say there are some good action cards here on the board too. So don't feel too comfortable even if you have a lead. That's all I'm gonna say. But
I already know what one of them is because I don't like, bro. I don't like Garrett at all.
So Gabe, where are we going?
I'm feeling kind of fly, bro. I might have to get fly like the G6.
That's crazy, bro. So that is not a piece of my ship. However, would you like to play for trivia or refuse?
I forget. Do you tell us if it's an action card before or after we pass or play?
I tell you after.
Oh, I ain't risking that bullshit. I'm playing.
All right. So this is just a trivia, not an action card. True or false? And you have 10 seconds to answer. True or false? Dave Bing was drafted by the Detroit Pistons.
False.
Correct answer is true. It was just so obvious,
man.
you know.
How'd you not know that? Dave Bing? Bro.
Because Dave Bing, I only remembered him with the Pistons and it's Garrett.
I tried to trick you by making it so obvious that it tricked you. Okay, so moving on to Jay. Jay, what's happening, man? We got to get on the board.
So, first of all, I didn't realize that the pattern that was being followed with these ships, and I'm not gonna lie, I fumbled that last pick, bro.
You definitely did.
F6. I'm going F6.
So you're going with F6?
Yes, sir.
That is not a piece of my ship, but you can either play or you can refuse.
I'm playing. I got no. Well, I'm refusing actually.
You don't have anything to lose, but it was an X. That's crazy, Jay. All right, moving on to Trent. Where are we going?
We're gonna go A7.
We're going A7. And this is not a piece of one of my ships, but you can either play or you can refuse.
We're gonna play.
You're gonna play. So this is actually a +4, unfortunately, that you missed out on. However, you can still get 1 point here if you get this right. You have 10 seconds. This is probably one of the harder ones actually on here. Since it's been called the NBA, what city were the Hawks originally in?
I don't fucking know that one, man. Fuck it,
about
Wisconsin.
5 seconds.
This man said Wisconsin.
That's not even.
I don't think Wisconsin's a city.
Fucking know,
but
shout out
that
Jason
is-
Tatum, man.
that is not correct. The correct answer was they were the Tri-City Blackhawks. So it's tough. Okay, so Mo, you
Why
have
the
a
fuck
lead.
are these questions so hard if they're +1?
Some of them are easy, some of them are hard. It's
No,
randomly.
that was a +4. Trent.
That one was actually a +4. Yeah.
Wait, but
if you refused it,
yeah, no, but I didn't refuse it. So
Fucking.
you should have refused it. Sometimes you gotta take risks. You know, this is a game about risk. So Mo, Mo, where are we going?
I took E2 earlier, so give me C2 to complete that.
You're going with C2, and that is another piece of a ship.
Yo, y'all
I'm
are way too
literally
good at this battleship
the
shit. bro.
fucking goat.
So Mo has 13
It's a
points.
lot.
All right, Gabe.
I know what one of the action pieces is, so I'm not fucking with Garrett right now, though.
All right, give me a. I'll go. Oh fuck it. I'll go B2.
So we are going B2. That is another piece of a ship.
Hey Gabe, stop riding my coattails,
Oh.
please. Thank you.
This is almost a layup essentially for either Jay or Trent right here. So we got two pieces of the ship, and neither of them completed the ship. So Jay, where are we going?
I'm going A2.
And that is the last piece of the ship, and it's a 3-pointer. So Jay,
yes, thank God.
you got 3 points. Now, would you like to double it for a chance at 6 points? If you get it wrong, you're still back to 0.
No, I'm playing it safe. Fuck that.
So you're not doubling it?
No double.
All right. So that will be.
He is losing by 10 points instead. No.
There's some actions in this motherfucking game. Keep playing.
Yeah, you're right.
Keep playing, Gabe. Keep playing.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah, it is probably a good idea that you skipped it, because the question for that one to double it was spell out Donatus Monteunis.
Oh nah, fuck that,
What, bro?
You know Rocket's legend. Anyways,
I think
it's
I could probably spell it. Shit, I don't
it's
know.
a good thing you skipped that. But we are on to Trent now. Trent, where are we going?
G1.
G1 Climax just ended, by the way.
Yeah.
So this is not a piece of a ship. However, you get a chance to play or refuse.
Bro, I'm refusing, bro.
It's a good thing you did. You got 3 points.
Hey,
As long as I'm higher than Jay, I don't give a fuck.
man.
Has got 5.
that's so crazy.
That is kind of crazy. Moving on to Mo. Where are we going?
Brock Lesnar with an F5.
F5.
Oh, man.
I don't give a fuck. He still has one of the Anthus songs coming out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Mo, do you want to play or refuse?
I'm gonna play that.
F5.
All right. This is a chance. If you refused it, you would have got +5 to your score.
Woo!
Unfortunate. Your question, and this is a kind of a tougher one as well. You got 10 seconds. What was Sam Perkins' most famous nickname? This is a tough one, actually.
Yeah, see why this is +5. Damn. Yeah,
5 seconds.
I do not know. The Perk Man? Shit, I
The
don't know that.
It's crazy. No, it is not. It is Big Smooth, yeah. So
I should get the fucking points.
that is not how the game works, unfortunately.
Fuck out of here, bro.
If that was how the game worked, then you would. But unfortunately,
Yeah,
today.
fuck out of
it's
here.
not.
It's not, though. Fuck out of here. It's not.
Anyways, Gabe, where are we going?
Hey, bro, I don't know if that was a pun off my name, but if it was, that was not smooth. Give me I'm going D1 on him.
Hey.
You're going D1?
Yeah, I'm. Come on, bro.
Are you? I don't know if maybe you are. Maybe you're like that.
Hell no.
All right. So so you did not get a piece of my shit, but you can play or refuse.
I'm playing every time.
So there's no trivia on this one. It's actually an action card. And your next turn, you are allowed 20 seconds to answer. So you get double the time.
Oh, that's kind of lame. I'm not gonna lie.
That is probably the worst action card, I will say. All right. So
shit.
nothing there. Jay, where are we going?
We out to A2, man. A3? Is that A3?
Are you going A3?
Yeah, A3, my fault.
All right. Jay, do you want to play or refuse?
Damn, that ain't the ship. Fuck. All right, so I got 3 points if I play. I'm passing, and Jesus Christ help me.
It's a good idea. You got 2 points.
Woo!
The thing under the trivia under this one was to spell out Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's not bad.
That's easy.
Just ask John.
That's facts. All right, Trent, where are we going?
We going with a C4. I'm at C6.
All right, C6 is not a piece of the ship. However, are you going to play or are you going to refuse?
I'm gonna refuse.
It's another X. You're back at 0.
Yeah, Trent talking all that shit. Fuck out of here.
Hey, but there still are action cards on the board. This whole game is not over. I'm gonna just say that. Mo, where are we going?
All right. I'm trying to hit one of these damn action cards so that it don't get hit for me. So give me give me Alt F4.
F4. That is not a piece of the ship, but you can play or refuse.
Defense.
I'm gonna play that.
All right. You refused a +2, so it's not too bad. But for a chance at 1 point, you have 10 seconds to answer. True or false? Jordan Poole's free throw percentage in the 2021-2022 season was higher than any single season of Steph Curry's career.
Oh, I know that.
I know that I'm like pretty sure they were the best free throw shooting team that season. I think Jordan Poole was number 1 with like 91%. And
you get
Steph
5
was
seconds.
Like so yeah, I'm gonna say true. I'm gonna say true.
That is incorrect. The answer is false.
It was close though. He was like really good from the line, wasn't he?
He was the league leader in the league that year, but Curry had 1 season better as also the league leader. But it was only 1 season above him.
Hey, I would say this. I don't give a fuck if Jordan Poole has a fucking 99.9% free throw shooting percentage. I'm still going to Steph Curry. Fuck you talking about?
Facts.
That is fair.
I mean,
Gabe,
Well, I'm going to B4.
B4.
Yeah.
So this is not a ship piece, but are you going to play or refuse?
But I'm gonna play.
All right. So you have 10 seconds. First of all, you missed out on a +3, I will say. So you could have taken the lead if you refused.
You got 20 seconds. You got 20 seconds.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You do have 20 seconds. So you have 20 seconds to give me a team Luke Ridnour played for.
Oh.
Dude, what the fuck?
No, come on. Yeah,
I just thought of 2. Bro.
Luke Ridnour, right?
Bro,
Yep.
If he didn't play for the Celtics, bro, I don't fucking know.
Are you going Celtics? You got 10 seconds.
I'm going with the Celtics.
5. That's tragic, Gabe. That is not the answer.
Didn't he play for the Timberwolves?
He played for the Hawks.
He did play for the Timberwolves. He played for the Timberwolves, the Bucks, the Sonics, the Hornets, and the Magic.
The Timberwolves.
He didn't play for the Hawks.
He didn't play for the Hawks. He might have got traded there. He got traded to a bunch of teams one summer, but he never played for a couple of them. Okay, so we still got 2 ships left on the board, and these are the smallest piece ones. Jay, where are we going?
You said you got 2 ships on that motherfucking board. They're small.
3 pieces left.
Let me go. Q3. Let me hit that Q3.
This man said Q.
You said Q3? There's no Q.
Not a
Oh,
Q, bro.
G3. Fuck, my eyes is cooked.
I was like,
Yeah,
maybe I'm seeing something.
It's not a fucking Q, bro.
G3 was indeed a piece of a ship.
Give me that.
It was the 1-piece ship. So Jay, you get 1 point. You have a chance to double it right here, but it makes it a little bit harder because we're getting close to the end of the game.
I gotta be humble, bro. I gotta play it cool, bro. I'm not doubling.
Okay, well, you're not doubling. The trivia under this one to double it was how tall is Larry Bird?
6'9"? Is he 6'9"?
You would have got the double points, but you did not take
He's 6'9"?
Yep. So there's 1 ship left in the game, and when that ship is found, the game is over. So no more points will be allowed. Yeah.
Wait, could we get a score breakdown real quick?
Can you not see it on the screen? Or
Shut the fuck. This nigga is a dickhead.
well, no,
That shit's small as fuck.
I was genuinely questioning because I didn't know if it was showing on my screen.
No, this nigga addict's a dickhead.
I'm a dickhead. That shit nice.
Oh, I didn't know you meant
right
that because
there.
of that reason. Mo 13, Gabe 11, Jay 6, Trent.
Bro,
You got
I'll be
0, but
so
you have a
fucking-
chance. There are still action cards out there. You have a chance to make a comeback.
Keep
So,
Hey,
going
man.
into it, bro.
I'm going fucking.
This motherfucker.
The worst cramp.
At least, my nigga, you good?
You good, bro?
I just got the worst hamstring cramp of my life, bro.
You like you almost fell out your seat, my boy. You good?
I did.
where are we going, Trent?
But, I need you to hit this piece so I can end it.
I'm going D6.
Please be that be a piece.
B6?
D.
Oh, D. I was like, wait, B6 already been taken. D6. is not a piece of the ship, but you can play or refuse. I mean, you got nothing to lose if you refuse to.
You know something? Every time I play, I get fucking 1 point. So I'm going refuse.
You got 2 points for refusing that one.
Hey.
On the board again. Back to Mo. Where are we going?
All right. By my calculations, there's only the 2-piece left. So there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spots where this could be. Give me C3 so I can eliminate 2 of them.
C3. It is not a piece of the ship, but
Fuck out of here, Mo.
would you like to play or refuse?
I'm gonna play it.
All right, so this is actually an action card, but for it to be an action, I'm gonna need Mo to give me an NBA player first.
Russell Westbrook.
Like a random player.
Any player you want. Name any player, Mo. Whoever.
All right. Nate Robinson.
So Nate Robinson. The action card says name any NBA player. You will get as many points as the amount of letters in his first name. So you're getting 4 points because of that.
Okay.
I fucking told you to go Russell.
That would have been a little better, but
That's
it's still
facts,
not that
that's
bad. Still not that
I
bad.
should have named fucking who got a long ass first name?
Giannis.
That's like
G-I-N.
that's 7 letters.
Exactly.
All right. So Gabe, where are we going?
Domantas Sabonis.
Now, you guys could be going after the ship. I'm sure Mo will try to go after the ship to end the game. But as for the rest of you guys that are not currently like winning or close to him, you might want to go for some of the action cards. Might want to throw out some random guesses. That's all I'm going to say.
Fuck, I've been putting random guesses and I keep getting X's.
They keep getting the Mexes, gang.
Gabe, where are we going?
I'm muted. I'm going A6.
A6. Okay.
Fuck off.
So, would you like to play or refuse?
I'm going to play.
All right. So this is an action card. And the action is, Gabe, you get to go again. So where are we going again,
And
Gabe?
again.
I get the fucking lamest action card.
3 points.
Oh, shoot. I forgot. Oh, okay. I forgot to say on this action card, it was a +2. So you also get the +2. That's my fault. So you got 13 and you get to go again.
Oh, we're
Yo,
back.
this motherfucker cheating, bro.
I was just
I literally had it on here. I forgot to say it. What did you say? What was?
Is that? I think it's a pin, bro. G2, a nice little G2 pin.
G2 is not a piece of a ship, but you could either play or you could refuse.
Brother, I'm playing every time.
So if you'd refused, you would have been able to tie Mo, but now you cannot because of the +4. However, your question, you have 10 seconds now. Where was Dominique Wilkins born?
I don't know.
Africa.
That's one of the weird ones, but
It is a weird one.
It's known, but it's weird.
You got about 6 seconds.
don't
Fucking
know.
New York City.
What the
That is
fuck?
incorrect. The
Nigga,
correct
it was
answer,
Ghana.
it was France. So, yep. Back to Jay. Where are we going?
I'm not gonna lie. I need the action card, and I think everybody knows what action card I'm talking about. I'm going B7.
So
Come on.
B7
Come on.
is not an action card.
Fuck!
It's an X. It's an X.
However, would you like to play or would you like to refuse?
Fuck that. I can't. I'm not going lower than Trent. I'm playing.
All right. It's a good thing you did because that was actually an X. So you have 10 seconds to answer. This one is also a harder one. You got to give me both ends of it. What was the score in the lowest scoring NBA game ever?
Nigga, fuck.
These questions are crazy.
Lowest
I
scoring
feel like, I don't know. I feel like this one might have been seen a bit, but
of each team.
yep, you got to give me both sides of it.
Dude, come on. I think you're overthinking this big time.
Did us?
Yeah.
Is it like 60?
Oh no! Oh
No,
no,
no.
bro! This is
Give me like
You got 5
Jay,
seconds.
Jay, I'm gonna help you and say there was not always a shot clock.
I'll give Jay 5 seconds.
80 points total. 40. Oh, fuck.
What the?
You can't
Jay,
tie an NBA
bro.
game.
Jay,
This
What?
nigga, bro.
Jay,
This
I'm
nigga-
tempted to take away a point just because he said a tied score at the end of a
That
game.
nigga
I mean,
said
like, I don't know,
40.
like, I mean, 42, 40, 41. Like, I don't know, like,
Jay,
that's like in a range.
you're
Isn't it-
incorrect.
It's 2-0,
Is it
right?
one? Is it one or 2-0?
It's
1-0?
it's eight. It's 18-17 was the
Oh,
score.
nigga, that's like the weirdest, bro. Okay.
I mean,
was
yeah,
thinking
but
it
like
was
anyone that's looked into like the history of the shot clock, they would probably have seen that many times.
18
That's
I was
why it's a
thinking it
harder one, but not totally difficult.
I was thinking it was 1-0 because of a forfeit, but I think a forfeit is 2-0 actually. So I don't know.
All right. Well, anyways, Trent, where are we going? There's a helpful action card out there yet.
Stop hating, bro. Stop hating. Oh my
I go
God.
G4.
Wait, what did you say? G4?
Yep.
G4 is not a piece of the ship. But would you like to play or refuse?
I'll play.
All right. So what the heck is going on? Trent, you got 10 seconds to tell me who is the youngest NBA player to score 50 points in a game.
Youngest?
Youngest.
Fuck.
I feel like this isn't too difficult.
Yeah, because you fucking know everything.
Well, no, I mean, when you hear it, I feel like you'll be like, oh yeah.
Brandon Jennings.
That is correct. It is Brandon Jennings.
Damn, Brandon.
That's a good,
Okay, that makes sense.
that's a good shot.
Yeah,
Good
that
stuff.
makes sense.
Good stuff.
He was
As a Brandon
20.
Jennings fan, I'm impressed. Yeah, he was really young. It was his 7th game ever. All right, Mo. I know what's on your mind right now, but tell me, where are we going?
Either I hit this action card and get it, and I do nothing with it, or I hit the thingy right here. So give me C5. Shout out Lil Wayne.
Best album of all time.
C5
That's like not.
is a piece of a ship. Oh, it gets another
You feel
point.
me?
Now, here's what I'm gonna say. It is everyone else has a turn before Mo will go. You could go for that ship potentially, right? And you could end the game, a chance to double it. You know what I mean?
They don't do
However-
shit for nobody.
However, you also could go for that action card, which might be very helpful. So, Gabe, you are on the board.
Wait. Hold on. I'm trying to do some math. Never mind. Keep going.
Gabe has a chance to end the game here if he wants and do all or nothing. However, he could
Really?
make
Wait,
it.
What? All or nothing? Wait, what do you mean by that?
It
You
all
can
depends
end
what
the
you
game.
pick. You can end the game now, or you could go looking for that action card somewhere.
All or nothing?
Hey,
Nah,
go for the win. Go
give
for the
me-
win,
give me-
Gabe.
Give me D5. Bro.
I don't think he can win.
Nah,
He
bro.
Hey, he
can
said it-
win
he
actually.
said- Oh shit.
So you're going?
Wait,
Are you going
how?
D5, Gabe?
Yeah. Yes.
So Gabe found the second piece of the ship, which means that he gets 2 points, and now he actually cannot win. That is correct. He can't win.
What? What?
Okay. I'm gonna take that back because as the host, I messed up. I'm gonna take that back. I'm sorry, Gabe. I misinformed him.
I was gonna say you said all or nothing. Like I can win.
I
on
don't know why I was thinking like if you got 15, then you could times 4 if you got it right. But no, okay. You can
I'm
still
calling
go
bullshit
that
on-
route
I'm
if you
calling
want to.
bullshit on this, bro.
All
What are we
right, bro.
doing here,
Give me
man?
This is
Yeah.
not. Hey man, this is all right.
Hey,
Gabe.
All right, bro.
If that action card pops up, I'm gonna be very upset.
It's
Now
time
I
to
feel
go.
bad because I
It's
messed
time. It's time to go F3.
F3 is not the action card. But you can play or you can refuse.
Well, it's come time in the game where there's not going to be another turn. So I do have to make the most out of this, and
You gotta refuse.
I have to pass.
It's a good thing you did. You got 16 points now. That was a 3-pointer. Okay. I don't know how much that's going to help you in the long run, but we got Jay and we got Trent. 2 chances right here. Something crazy could happen right now. Jay?
Bro, I'm gonna be so fucking mad.
Shit. Let me get that A4.
A4.
Hey, for beef.
Obviously, it is not a piece of the ship, but would you like to play or would you
Playing.
like to refuse?
Playing.
And this is not an action card.
That's crazy.
Garrett.
All right. So, anyways, your question. You have 10 seconds. Who has the most regular season MVPs in NBA history?
Regular season MVPs in NBA history?
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Hero.
This nigga, bro.
Jay, you got 5 seconds.
Kareem? Nah, I'm gonna go Jordan.
No, Jay.
Oh my
It was
goodness, bro.
Kareem.
It was Kareem.
Jay,
Jay gets nothing.
we need the confidence.
So
Trent, you listen to me. If you get
It-
this
it
fucking
might-
action card,
it might all
Right.
come down to this. Trent could potentially do something crazy with the action card. I don't know what the action
Bro.
card says. I don't know, you know.
all right,
but,
bro. All right. This,
but
we know what the action card is, bro.
I'm
Trent.
going E6.
E6. Now we know it is not a piece of the ship. Would you like to play for a chance at an action card, or would you like to pass?
I'm gonna play for an action card.
Mo, this is
What,
not
bro?
an action card.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nah.
All right.
Let's go.
So, Trent, here's your question. You got 10 seconds. Who's the youngest slam dunk champion in NBA history?
The youngest.
Yeah.
Name all the fucking slam dunk champs.
Diallo.
That is incorrect. It was Kobe.
Mm.
All right. So,
Ah, he
Mo,
is in one.
I have a feeling where you're going to go here.
Hey, let the record show I hit on every single ship.
You
And
did
I
indeed.
won. Give me
Yeah.
D5 in this fucking game, man.
So D5 will give you 2 more points. You're at 20. Now it does not affect your score if you go big, go for the double. So you could still win even if you go for the double here. Do you want to double it?
You gotta double it, bro. This is some bullshit. How is this the one I win and it's not? Nah, we're not. I'm not going, bro. I'm not going. We gonna try to double it, but this is bullshit. I'm raising
Okay.
a complaint.
So the double, you have 10 seconds to answer. Who was the Milwaukee Bucks first round draft pick in 2016? First round pick. Got about 7 seconds.
Is this the Jabari Parker draft? I don't think so.
3.
No,
Jabari Parker?
Jabari Parker.
That is incorrect. It was
What
Thon
draft?
Maker. 2016.
Bro, it was, bro. It was. Was he?
Yep.
Which year was the Jabari Parker draft?
2014.
Yeah, I was thinking. I don't
All
know.
right,
why.
Garrett.
Now-
the last minute swerve. We need the last minute
No,
swerve.
fuck out of here.
There is
I won.
unfortunately no last minute swerve. However, the game is over. Mo has won. However, I'll let you guys keep picking. You can see where the action card was if you guys want to keep going to see who would have got it maybe. So Gabe, what would your next pick have been?
My next pick, I would have said the next best thing is always D2.
D2.
Yeah.
So you would not have got it. Jay.
D3.
Jay would not have gotten it. Trent.
This motherfucker
damn.
heavy.
B3.
Trent would not have gotten it. So Mo. Now
No
this
way.
is actually kind of crazy. Mo, what would your next pick have been?
C1.
Okay, that's a good decision actually to make because B1 was the action card, and the action card under B1 that was gonna maybe change the game was choose any player to swap point values with.
But you ain't getting that though, because it's over with, and I won, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, bro.
that would have been.
There's no fucking way. This don't count for nothing, bro. That's so cap.
We might have
And
to have a backstage discussion because this is
I need
Mo's
to-
first
I
victory.
need
How
my
do you
full
feel?
screen, man. Hey, man. They
Hey,
said
Bubba win,
God
Bubba win.
did. God did. They said I wouldn't be here, but God did. You know what it is, man. Came out. I took the early lead. They wasn't fucking with me. They was trying to hold me. You know what I'm saying? We knew that the swap was on the way.
This
It didn't
dude
come.
won because he had a fucking 1 in 29 chance to
You
get
see it.
fucking Utah.
You see it. You
bro.
dig. You see the motherfucking
That's
Mew, bro.
crazy.
Oh shoot, my
Nah.
bad.
That's
Why
crazy.
he get the
This
solo?
is the
Why he
real
get the
winner.
solo?
This is the
the
real
motherfucking
winner,
Mew,
bro.
man.
Motherfucker,
the
you
Mew,
did
man.
not know he retired on the fucking Utah Jazz.
Yeah, that Utah
But
Jazz
guess
was
what?
insane.
But guess what? But you didn't win though. I did.
That's facts.
Hey,
You did not win, Gabe.
I'm a two-time key
Yeah.
holder, baby.
Hey, but you're not the key holder right now,
That's
though.
me,
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
We-
bro.
You didn't win
Tell
right
me
now.
when you're like me. Tell me when you're like me.
We might have to have a
Hey.
discussion behind the scenes about Mo's victory
You
today.
see
We're-
Vegeta, man.
we're-
You see him, man. Vegeta, bro.
What about if him after Justin's stream on? Actually, we'll talk after this.
Yeah, we'll talk out.
Yeah, we'll talk. I think I can figure out a way. Like we can talk after we stop the live here. But we appreciate everyone who came out today, watched the live. We appreciate the support continuously. We're gonna keep pushing out content as we always do. If you haven't already, though, be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below because we appreciate it. But other than that, I think that's gonna do it for us. Again, I thought it was a W stream, but
W stream.
W
For
stream.
sure. W stream.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and we're out. Peace.